Dallas. The Ohio State Buckeyes went to Indianapolis Saturday night and lost to the Indiana Hoosiers 13-10. Following the loss, the Buckeyes were given the 2 seed in the college football playoff, which includes a first-round bye. Next, they will play either Miami or Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl. Shedeur Sanders had a breakout game for the Cleveland Browns versus the Tennessee Titans yesterday. Sanders threw for 364 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, Titans running back Tony Pollard ran for 161 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Browns fell to the Titans 31-29. The Cincinnati Bengals were in Buffalo taking on the Bills in the snow. The Bengals were up as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter, but 2 Joe Burrow interceptions in the fourth helped fuel a 39-34 comeback for the Buffalo Bills in Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Roosters. For every $50 you spend in Roosters gift cards this holiday season, you'll receive a $10 gift card in Roosters bonus bucks.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Not this one. Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Monday to you, I guess. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Hello, Tyvis.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
The sun
I'm getting
came.
better.
The sun came up.
Oh,
Huh?
just you stop.
The
it.
sun will come out tomorrow.
Actually, it's dark right now, so I don't know what the sun's doing. I don't know what the sun's doing.
Well, it was
today.
yesterday. The sun came out
Yeah,
yesterday.
I saw your tweet. I saw that.
Why you such a Debbie Downer?
I'll tell we got 3 hours to talk about all that. As you know, Buckeyes in Indiana, Big Ten championship game, Indiana. A phrase that just I never thought would escape my mouth like 10 years ago.
Say it.
But
Let's
I can't
hear
even
it.
say that I didn't think that would happen, but I didn't think it would happen in a Big Ten championship game.
What?
Indiana defeats Ohio State 13-10.
I think this is the first time since like 1988. I think they said it was that Indiana beat Ohio State.
That wouldn't surprise me. I think it's since was it the 60s? Since
1967 was
that
the
Indiana
last time
went
they
to
won
the
the Big Ten championship.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Ohio State would stop them. They didn't. So we'll talk about all the ways we were wrong. We'll get into that.
So it's just not. If you're an Ohio sports fan, it really wasn't a good weekend for you.
Well, no.
No, you know what? We had one bright spot. One. Fret not, friends. We had one good thing that happened.
What was that, Tyvis?
The men's basketball team
There
beat
you go.
Northwestern.
That's right. On the road.
Outside of that, we were 0 for it, everything else. I don't
That's
care
right.
if you're a Buckeye fan, Cincinnati fan, Browns fan, hockey fan,
Cavs fan. Cavs are gross. Yeah,
The
word on the street is that the basketball Buckeyes didn't even arrive at the arena until 1 hour before tip-off. Oh, let's do that more often. Let's make
Is
that
that
happen.
true?
Yeah, I guess the guys that who was on the call. I know it wasn't Paul because he was. Would it be Neil Sika? Yes. Neil probably would have been on. I guess they got there like right before the broadcast started, and they blamed issue with the bus. I don't know if they got into an accident or Who knows? I don't know what happened, but they got there right before the game started. Well, that's all. If you want to know, that's all our 8 o'clock hour. We're just doing nonstop Buckeye basketball. Not today. No, we are talking, of course, about the football team for the most part. Maybe we'll get into some Buckeye talk as the week goes on. But here, some basketball talk, I should say. But I'm going to start off here with with my thoughts on Buckeye football. Tyvis, you let me know where I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Have I or have I not occasionally brought this up and been yelled at by some of the people around here for having been too negative when I said this team in the red zone needs to figure it out because this is not going to beat a good team? I have said that. And I have said special teams needs to be better, and I don't understand why Ryan Day basically looks at special teams and says, it doesn't matter, who cares? Because those are two areas when you play great teams, not even good teams. Indiana, they're a great team. And I think you and I said that last week going into this, that we thought Indiana, better than anybody else the Buckeyes had played, might be the second best or best team in the country. Now, I guess we can have that debate. But
Well, I think they were the number one offense in the country.
And they were a very highly rated defense, too.
Second.
Okay. Yeah. So you had two of the best offenses and defenses in the country going head to head, and Indiana prevailed.
But in a game like that, you have to be able to execute when you get the ball inside the 20-yard line. And you have to be able, if you're going to kick a field goal, you have to make it.
You know what's very head-scratching about us in the red zone?
What's that?
When we take out Cardell Tate or Jeremiah Smith. I would not understand. We replaced him with the tight end, and I sometimes I just don't understand that, because if I played, let's just say that I'm on defense.
I was going to ask you. I'm so glad you brought this up, brother, because I was going to ask you.
Say that I'm on
what
defense.
What happens when you're a safety sitting out there and you see
when you got 4 and 17 out there? It's a little stressful because as a safety, like, I can only really help one.
Right.
But when you take one of them off,
well, now you know who you're going to help with.
Well, you know where I'm going. You know which side I'm leaning to more now. So, it makes it easier.
Bennett Christian doesn't strike fear in the heart of a safety?
Let's just say I think we'll be okay.
Nate Roberts doesn't make you quake in your shoes?
I'm shocked. Okay. I think we'll be more okay with that matchup. I'm a little more comfortable. As a defensive coordinator, I'd be a little more comfortable.
All right. I didn't want to go fully into X's and O's, but since you brought it up, let's do this. No, because I genuinely want to know, because I'm curious about this. So a lot has been said in the aftermath of this game about 13 personnel, 14 personnel. That means, help me again.
13
I didn't play the game. You did.
So the first number is always how many running backs. The second number is how many tight ends. After that, you add it up, it has to equal 5. So if it's 13 personnel, that means it's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 2 receivers?
1 receiver.
Or 1 receiver, excuse me.
And then if it's 14, there's no receivers.
Correct.
So just whenever you see people saying 14 personnel, they mean 4 tight ends. 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. We will, I'm sure, use that interchangeably, but obviously that's what, Tyvis, you played football. I'm sure if you say 13 personnel, that's just second nature to you.
Yes.
But right, okay. So when you do that, like in the middle of the field, Buckeyes have... People, I think, have come to this idea that Ohio State just did this in this game as like a game plan thing against Indiana. And that's not the case. I mean, they've been doing it all year long. They've done it especially in the red zone. And the question I have for you, Tyvis, is if you are going to look at that as if a defensive coordinator is looking at that and says, oh, they brought in tight ends. If you do that in the middle of the field, what's the purpose of an offense doing that? Is it to get maybe a bad team to say, oh, they're going to run the ball here. Oh, they've got a bunch of big tight ends out there. We should bring in a safety, or we should bring in another linebacker, and that might create a good mismatch for Ohio State.
That's the plan. Okay. When you see, so when I played nickel, if they said 13 personnel or 14 personnel, that's base defense, meaning that you bring in that third linebacker rather than that third DB. Yeah. So you're getting that scheme. And if you have athletic tight ends, linebackers are athletic, but they shouldn't be able to match up. They like man coverage is not what you ask a linebacker to do. And if you're having that mismatch on those tight ends, you should be able to exploit that. So the theory behind it is big people means run, but you have to be wary for the play action.
Yes.
Because if they so committed to stopping the run and they bite on play action, again, a linebacker is taught to stop the run first anyways. So if they take one step forward and those tight ends can get behind them, you could be successful in that. So a lot of the times that's the thought process behind getting in 13 to 14 personnel.
Right. And that makes sense, and I can understand why the Ohio State coaches might find that that's a good theory. Here's my counter to that. If I were going to argue with them about why this is dumb, is that Indiana, a great team, Indiana could look at some of that and go, we're good with the guys we have on the field. I'm sorry. I think our starting linebackers and our current structure that we have, I think they can handle Bennett Christian and Nate Roberts a little better than they can handle maybe Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith or even Brandon Ennis.
Well, first of all, some of their linebackers, Aiden Fisher is a really good player, and Isaiah Jones also a really good player. So right. I think they'll be okay with that matchup. Not you telling me you got to put them against Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. I mean, I didn't even know Pons and Jeremiah played together in high school.
Oh, we found that out, didn't we? And also that one dude was from Nashville, Tennessee, because Gus kept bringing up the receiver they had. I can't remember who it was. From Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah. Like every time he caught a pass, it was like, all right, we got it, Nashville. Yeah. Thanks.
But I like if Pons is on Jeremiah Smith and every time you threw it to Jeremiah, it was
Completed?
I didn't know he had over 100 yards receiving.
It was one of the clients.
I mean, wow.
Well, here's what I'll say.
We got to stop making things more complicated than it need to be.
Yes.
Like that's the part that gets me. I see why people say it gives them Wolverine vibes because you could have just easily I would have just spammed it until you stop him. You keep going until you make them fix their defense. Then we switch over there. I couldn't be a play caller. I really couldn't. I'd be very ruthless. I would be very ruthless.
But you would. Well, that's what we want though. But I just that's something that boggles my mind. And I'll say this: it feels like when you're playing UCLA's and Purdue's, you can scheme this up to get a advantage over a team, and then you can kind of run what you want to run, and it works and all that stuff. Those teams will have to rotate in worse players to try to help out because of the size disparity. Play a team like Indiana. When you play Georgia's defense, when you play Texas A&M's defense, they are not going to need to do that as much against 13, 14 personnel because they're going to say, no, we got dudes. We're good. We got guys. And that's where I feel like Ohio State has been sucker punched a little bit or suckered into, let's do this because this works against Rutgers. Yay. But it doesn't help you in these big games.
Do you remember what I told you the only thing that I was a little nervous about?
What was it?
I told you that the secondary hadn't been tested all year since Illinois.
You know what? We'll talk about the defense next because I have some thoughts there too. I don't think the defense was the problem, but we will get into that as well. More discussion of the Big Ten Championship game. Buckeyes lose to Indiana. That's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. No crashes to report for your Monday commute, but we are seeing some slowdowns already for our friends in New Albany, particularly on that 161 eastbound direction by Beach Road as you're passing 62, looking at 25 miles per hour already when it comes to that stretch, so take it nice and easy. Obviously, some traffic going on there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. For every $50 you spend in Roosters gift cards this holiday season, you'll receive a $10 Roosters bonus buck. Available at Roosters locations or at roosterswings.com.
It's holiday season, which means fun time with the family. But let me guess, that knee won't let you hit those dance moves like you used to. Well, I had that same problem too. What if I told you in 2026, you can be dancing just like me? Tyvis Powell here, and my guys in Columbus at QC Kinetics don't believe in pills or surgery. Who needs those things when your own body has all the healing ability you need? This comeback story will be groundbreaking, powered by all the cells you've built. Say goodbye to surgery, pain pills, and long recovery. QC Kinetics is all about long-term relief. So let's make the new year a new you, one where pain doesn't dictate your life. Get your groove on the dance floor. Schedule your free consultation today in Dublin or Gahanna. Now's a great time to use your HSA and FSA. For treatment, go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
This holiday season, Germain Toyota of Columbus is unwrapping incredible savings on the toughest trucks around. Right now, drive home a 2025 or 2026 Toyota Tundra with an unbeatable 0% financing for up to 72 months. That's right, power, performance, and 0%. And there's more holiday cheer. Every Tundra is sold at MSRP with 20% due at signing. No gimmicks, no surprises, just real value on one of America's favorite full-size trucks. So upgrade to a brand new Toyota Tundra. Holiday savings at your main Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
At Giant Eagle, we believe in better. Because it's time to break out the holiday recipes. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Because it's always the right time to share an eggnog by the fire. Because you make the holidays feel like the holidays. At Giant Eagle, we're going for better. To bring the holiday magic home. Because it matters.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Bishop and Friends.
It's just not for me. I did that three-way once. And
did a three-way once, huh?
Twice. Once at Skyline.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for today, but it will be a colder day with highs only into the upper 20s to around 30 here this afternoon. Winds will be fairly light at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then as we head into tomorrow, we are tracking more cloud cover across the area, but it will be a warmer day with highs into the upper 30s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
It's Reaction Monday, where our highly trained experts talk football.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
Your home for reaction and overreaction. The Fan. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. You could hop in the YouTube stream as well. Just go to YouTube 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. That's another way to communicate with us. And a reminder, you can go to the Fan app and you can even record your voice. Yep, just hit record audio. You don't have to make it 30 seconds, but you have up to 30 seconds of audio. Say whatever you want. We get some of those in, we'll play them this morning. Maybe you got reaction to Ohio State losing to Indiana. 13
I'm sure
10.
they got a reaction, all right.
I'll tell you what, because that's, obviously that's a lot of what we're going to talk about today. We were talking about some nuts and bolts, like the offensive stuff, 13, 14 personnel. Tyvis broke down a bit of why that is done, and also as a defensive player, why you would love to see Ohio State do that more often, because it takes Carnell Tate off the field. It sometimes takes Jeremiah Smith off the field.
I just don't understand.
I don't either, but they've been doing it all year. And so I think it kind of came to a fore in this game where it mattered if you converted in the red zone because you weren't up by 30.
You know what I blame?
And they didn't get it done.
You know what I blame?
What do you blame?
I blame the schedule. It's the schedule's fault. It gave out false hope.
Maybe.
It did.
Maybe.
Are you saying that the Buckeyes aren't who we thought they were?
No.
Are you going there?
I'm not going that far.
Okay.
I'm not going that far.
Now,
but I will say that it just seems like this. They did some things in them games that they probably thought, like, we arrived.
Yeah.
And when we need it, we know we can count on these things. And it seemed like they kind of died on that hill. Like, the run game wasn't working. Like, just over with. Let's go to the pass.
Did you see this video, Tyvis, of Keenan Bailey, who is the special assistant to the regional manager on the Ohio State offense? I forget what is his actual title? Is he
what is he? Tight ends coach?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Shout out to Keenan Bailey.
Sure, good for him. He's great. But he was walking up the tunnel during the Michigan game. I think it was Spencer Holbrook that tweeted this video out. I could be wrong. But it's video of all the players after the Michigan game walking up the tunnel. And Tyler Bowen, who is the offensive line coach, correct? I believe. Yeah.
Tyler Bowen is the O-line coach.
Yeah. So he's walking up the tunnel ahead of them. And obviously the Michigan game, the offensive line did work. They looked pretty great. I think maybe after watching this Indiana game, we can realize there's levels to, we called Michigan a good defensive line. Indiana has a great defensive line. But to your point about them getting kind of hung up on things and like kind of, I don't know. This is what I saw because people tweeted this to me. People thought this was Keenan Bailey yelling at me after the Michigan game, which I don't think he was. Tyler Bowen. Tebow was walking right in front of him. Tyler Bowen, I'm guessing, is his nickname for the guy he works with every day. But this is what he was yelling up the tunnel as they were leaving that game.
14 personnel, Tebow!
Yeah, how about that 14 personnel? They were, I think.
I heard T-Bone.
Yeah, that's what some people did say. Whatever. I highly doubt that's what he was saying, but if he was, okay, thanks for listening, I guess. But all I know is this. I think they are very proud of the fact that they have 4 tight ends. They think they can roll out there at any time. I think they believe in what they're doing there. The problem is we've all seen it enough to say this doesn't make sense. And you're taking, a lot of times, too, when they do that, guess who else comes in the game? C.J. Donaldson is your running back, not Bo Jackson. So I'd rather have Bo Jackson, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Brandon Ennis. I'd rather have that, like, foursome of guys out there than rolling out. And Max Clare can still be on the field, too, by the way. You can still have him out there.
C.J. Donaldson didn't carry the ball in this game.
Oh, did he not?
He
was in there.
He had the one catch on third down.
He had 2 catches.
Yeah.
But he ain't rushed.
But they had him out there.
Bo Jackson, 17 carries for 83 yards. Isaiah West, 3 carries for 4 yards. Julian Saint, 6 for negative 29.
Yeah.
What do you guys say to the people that when they saw Brian Hartline make that video on the PJ going to South Florida that said, go ahead and just stay down there, Brian? Do you guys feel that strongly about the play calling on Saturday?
Well, you know what? I said we were going to talk defense here, but we'll talk defense in a second. Let's stay on the offense because that's a great question. Because I saw our guy, Dave Biddle, who works here at The Fan, said something on Saturday night or Sunday morning, basically on Twitter, that was like, Ryan Day's calling this offense. He has been the whole time. And it's like, well, that seems like breaking news. I didn't know. Maybe that's the case.
I felt that Ryan Day still was. I felt like he still was calling plays last year. The reason that I feel that way is because if you're not calling plays, you don't have the play sheet in your hand. And it's just so many times that I've been on the sideline or I've looked at him on the sideline with that sheet in his hand saying something. And I feel like if truly you not the play caller, you might have a play sheet in your back pocket, but it sure ain't in your hand looking down at it and saying things. Because if that's the case, this is what we should be doing. And as an offensive coordinator or play caller, if the head coach ever say, this is what I think we should be doing, who you think you gonna say, nah, I got something better, I got something else?
Right.
Don't fly like that. Like Urban wasn't a play caller. But Urban would jump on their headset from time to time and say, this is what we doing.
Sure, I could understand that where Ryan Day comes in and says, I don't care which play you call out of it, but I better not see more than 2 tight ends on the field in this part or whatever. He could look at it and say, guys, I want Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith. Like, I know he knows the offense, but he designed it, right? He helps build it every week. So he can say some code word that makes a lot more sense than what I'm saying.
Right.
But he is going to jump in occasionally with his thoughts on, like, I don't care what the exact call is, but I want this formation. I want something like this.
Right. They
Use
got
this type of play.
He got a little Kevin Stefanski in him, huh? Love them tight ends.
I get it.
They
all
might
right?
know something we don't. Though,
apparently,
they must
man.
like that tight end position must really be.
All right. Let's say Brian Hartline, as I have assumed, is calling the plays. Although when we talked to him over the summer, right? I mean, he even said, no matter who's calling the plays, it's Ryan Day's offense.
Exactly.
But let's say that Brian Hartline is the guy who is ultimately calling the plays. How insane is it that the guy whose entire career is built on recruiting stud receivers, that is why he's getting a head coaching job, not because of his offensive play calling prowess. He's done that for a year. And the offense, I think we could all say, has been fine. Not the best offense we've ever seen at Ohio State. It's been good. It's been very good, very solid. It's been tempered back a little bit because we're trying to not have as many plays so we don't keep as many guys on the field so often. But if Brian Hartline is truly calling the plays, This is a guy who's built his reputation on recruiting wide receivers, and apparently his main fascination is taking those guys off the field to put tight ends out there, and I don't understand that. Make it make sense to me, Tyvis. Help me, football man. I don't understand.
The down and distance makes a difference.
Sure.
Maybe let's go with that. If it's like,
all right, let's
third,
just do.
If it's third and 1 and third or 2, or if it's third or 3 or under, like.
Okay, let's do it's inside the 10-yard line in the red zone. Like,
what's the down and distance?
That's 2nd and 5.
Oh no, I'm running. You can 2nd and 5. You can really run anything.
Right.
2nd and 5. You can run or pass.
But you know what? Remember the Illinois game where I think they were within. I want to say they were within the 5-yard line, and I don't know if it was a third. It might have been a first down, whatever the case was. But they threw a fade to Jeremiah Smith, and it was like, oh, this is the easiest play they've ever run in their lives, because he just had a great release. His guy stumbled and he got open, and you got a quarterback who can drop it right in there. And Julian's saying it was as if they were doing it in practice. And I thought, again, why have we never seen that play ever again? Why are we not running a fade to Jeremiah Smith every time you go down there until they stop it?
To be fair. Okay,
please educate me. I'm dumb. I'm told all the time by the football film guys how dumb I am.
Is 5'8", I think he is.
Yeah.
Okay, 5'9".
Okay.
If they put Jeremiah Smith down on D'Angelo Pons as a safety, it is malpractice. If I ain't over there, he would get the Julio treatment. Sure. Or the Calvin Johnson treatment, where it's just 2 dudes lined up on them out there. We ain't even about to play that game.
All right.
I'm not even playing that game.
What if Carnell Tate's on the other side?
Then that other safety better slide over there and get over there as well.
All right.
And we ain't going to play that game.
And then Max Clare's going to leak out over the middle.
Then that would be.
And then Bo Jackson's going to run out of
that linebacker on them linebackers on their own.
But what if, Tyvis, what if they scrapped all that and ran a play that was only designed where the only guy you could throw it to was Bennett Christian? What if, because they did that on a 3rd down before they kicked that field goal.
Let's just say,
I'm sorry, kicked an attempted field goal that they missed.
Let's just say that I'd scratch my head.
Yeah. Right.
And if I played defense, I'd say, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Woo! Right. All right. So Ryan Day has, 3 weeks to kind of get this all back together. And to your question, Dylan, about, Brian Hartline's on that plane down to South Florida. Yeah, for me, stay down there. I don't care.
They were in the conversation saying that?
Oh, yeah. I said it too. Stay down there. That's fine. I don't care. We got to move forward. You're transferring after this year. Go ahead.
I wonder if
I got to work with the guys I have and try to make
this. They do him like Urban did. They had a replacement already at the Woody.
Oh, did he do that with Tom Herman?
He did that with he didn't do that with Tom. He did that with Coach Ash, though.
Oh, did he?
I told you, Greg Schiano was sitting right there in practice. I was like, that's messed up.
Chip Kelly's gonna have that key card out, being like, does this still work? Hang on a second. Boop, boop. Oh, hey, I'm back. I'm back in. All right, we'll come back. We'll take a break. Let's actually talk about the defense next with the Buckeyes. Again, I don't think the defense was the issue here, but we need to talk about it a little bit because I think some flaws were exposed. 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, tonight downtown we'll have a new ramp closure. It's really going to be happening. It's that 70 westbound ramp as you're heading towards 315 in that northbound direction. So until Thursday, crew members will be out and about that 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. overnight hours out there. As for that detour, instead of taking 315 with that ramp from 70, take that Town and Rich Street ramp. That will save you a lot of time out there. Again, crew members will be out and about until Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Save big on everything for your next project when you shop at Menards. Refresh your home today with window images, blinds, and shades. We have everything you need for updating your window treatments. We carry vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, you can get them trimmed to width in-store for free. Also, be sure to check out the weekly flyer on Menards.com for all our great deals happening this week.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Fall is a season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leave with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Yep. Met on it today, and he's going to continue with the same plan. I do think having 3-4 weeks to prepare for the game will be beneficial, and so we'll still have everybody involved with it, and we're going to work hard to put a game plan together and make sure that we're putting our guys in the best position to be successful.
That is Ryan Day asked if Brian Harline is involved with the play calling, if he's still going to be the guy calling plays. His response was, yep. And then on to, we're going to have 3 or 4 weeks to prepare for this, as the Buckeyes will take on the winner of the game between Texas A&M and Miami. In the Cotton Bowl, which I don't know if you noticed, is in Texas. So Texas A&M fans, I'm sure Buckeye fans will be there too, but if Texas A&M wins that game, it's not a given. That'll be a little bit like a home game for them down there. So either way, it was there at the Orange Bowl. If you go to the Orange Bowl, it's literally Miami's home stadium. So either way, you were going to be playing a quasi-road game. Great thing to get when you've been the second-seeded team in the college football playoffs, but whatever.
You know what I was thinking about as this game unfolded? Pressure.
Oh,
pressure!
I don't want to hear that.
Pressure.
I don't want to hear that at all. You know who it is? You know what, though?
It's sad because it kind of came true this time.
You know who it was on? I will say this. I think, and I think we spent a lot of time talking about what Ohio State did wrong. I am not in any way making excuses at all. I'm going to tell you right now, Kurt Cignetti's a coach.
No kidding.
He's got but I know. But last year when I said that, and you saw like Will Howard snuffing out the cigarette, like over there, I think they kind of looked down their nose at Kurt Cignetti because like, oh, he just brought in his transfer guys from JMU. Well, you know what? He's still, if you go look at the composite rankings of all the guys on their team, now they've gotten better. They've done some better portaling this year. They clearly have dudes, but from a talent standpoint, Ohio State still has the clear advantage in talent over Indiana. So when a team does what they did to Ohio State, when Ohio State has a clear talent advantage, who do you put that on? I put that on the coaches. I put that on Kurt Cignetti had a better game plan for this than Ryan Day did. And maybe it's the fact that maybe Ohio State and Ryan Day and those play callers, they all knew we've got to focus on this Michigan game. And maybe they weren't as focused on this Indiana team as much as they were on Michigan, man.
Going on last week, but that's not that's
that's life in the big city. You get paid $10 million a year. I expect you to still be able to stay focused despite all that. But yeah, regardless, Kurt Cignetti deserves all the credit. Indiana deserves all the credit for what they did. They absolutely beat Ohio State, and there's I'm not here to make excuses for it, none whatsoever.
I told you he reminded me of Urban.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see why. That was a very Urban-esque performance. And you know what? Urban had high praise for him on the broadcast.
He said it was the best turnaround he's ever seen. And
I thought he said in sports, not just in college football, like in sports. He was putting it up there of anything he's ever seen, which is, very high praise.
Yeah, it took Urban 3 years and potentially could take him 2 years. Well, Urban did go 12-0 in his first season.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He won 24 straight games before he lost, so that was pretty
great.
That's pretty good.
When it comes to the Buckeyes, though, as Tyvis loves to say, I don't fret. Because it seemed like Indiana probably played as good of a game as they could have. Buckeyes, definitely no.
I don't know. I would say that. I think Indiana has I don't think either team played their best game.
You got to remember that Omar Cooper did go out.
Yeah, he was out of that game. Like that's one of their best players. Literally, I mean, imagine if whichever one you say, Jeremiah Smith or Carnell Tate just left the game, not because 4 tight ends were on the field, but because he was actually hurt and physically unable to play.
Charlie Baker gave this.
That was the Tennessee kid. That's the Tennessee kid right there.
6 catches for 126 yards.
Yeah, dude.
You would think it'd be Elijah Surratt, but I don't even know who Charlie Becker is. I do now.
You know what's he's the one who threw up the OHFU after the game as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Which, hey, you know
he was
what?
on one.
People get mad at that stuff.
When you win, you can do what you want to do.
You're standing on a stage holding a Big Ten championship trophy, and Ohio State's walking to the locker room sad and angry. You can say what you want. You earned the right. I would rather you not do it when you're down 30. If you want to throw it up then when you're losing, but you're not. They beat Ohio State. Talk your talk. Say what you want. Hope we get them in a rematch, and I hope Ohio State's better prepared when they play them. But, going on to the defense, I don't feel like this game is on the defense at all. I do very much feel like if Ohio State had, let's say they had gotten like a tip or something on a pass and they had returned it and got a touchdown with like a minute to go or something like that, or I don't know, if they had hit that field goal and tied it up and won in overtime.
Oh, did you see the kicker's video?
Yeah, I saw Jaden Fielding talking to Indiana fans before the kick.
I feel bad for him.
You know,
I don't.
He's got some moments that's just like
last year against Michigan,
and this year it's just like, man, people. Anytime you bring up the name Jaden Fielding, people gonna remember these 2 games. Like that's the first thing people gonna remember. Ain't that the kicker?
Well,
like Noah Ruggles. Ain't that the kicker that missed it against Georgia? That's sad to have that. Like your name, the first thing that people think about is, oh, yeah, that's the guy that missed the field goal.
Jaden Fielding, by the way, is the only kicker signed by Ohio State. It's not like they have a transfer from Ball State who hits 50-yarders in games, who's from Centerville. Not like they have that kid that's sitting there that they could use. No. And listen, Jaden Fielding, I think he's probably a nice guy, all that stuff. He does not deserve all the crap he's getting. No one does. This is part of being a kicker in college football, is that you're going to be put in spots like that. But to your point, Tyvis, I do feel a little bad for him because this offense is not – Ryan Day doesn't care about kickers. He never has. He has never had a good one. So tell me why I would think that he cares about kickers. He cares about converting on 4th down. That's Ryan Day. That's been Ryan Day this entire time. If you've got a 4th and 1 inside the 10-yard line, they're going for it 9 times out of 10, unless you screw up a quarterback sneak the last time you had one. Then suddenly we trot out the kicker to tie a game. That's never been Ohio State's MO. And suddenly they put Jaden Fielding out there like, go do it.
I would say
he should have done it. It's a chip shot. There's no excuse to miss that.
I agree.
But also, you've not built this thing around, well, we got this great kicker who feels pressure all the time. When's the last time he took a pressure-filled kick? I guess against Michigan, he probably took a few of them, but turned out they didn't need him in that game because they smoked Michigan. It wasn't close.
This is one of them situations where you're never going to be right. And so if it doesn't work out, it's always the bad decision. So let me start by saying that first. Because he kicked it and he missed it, people look at it as a bad decision. If they go for it on 4th and 1 and they don't get it, people would say, well, you should just take the 3 points. So this is one of those situations that no matter what, if you don't get it, the opposite thing is the way people would win. With that being said, Julian saying it's a Heisman. Him and Fernando was neck and neck for the Heisman.
Not anymore.
Well, of course not.
Anymore.
Of course not. In this situation, think about this. In 4th and 1, I think it was, he missed his field goal with like a little bit over 2 minutes left. You go down there and you score. That's probably game. The way your defense has been playing, that's probably game. I think we should have given Julian that moment because if he's this Heisman, as you say, like he should be able to. 4th and 1. I know we had the quarterback sneak and didn't convert it, but I wouldn't even ran the quarterback sneak for this 4th and 1. I would have, because you know why? You know why I would have called a pass play or something on this one? Because when Fernando Mendoza had to get a dagger, they bombed us for it and got a nice first down. And it took some stones to throw to even make that call, to trust your guy to get that play done. I felt like that, and that kind of solidified it. I felt like Julian Sands should have had that same moment.
That Fernando Mendoza, people want to talk about. What was his Heisman moment? What's the Heisman moment? I tell you what, his Heisman moment was when Caden Curry decked him. And I thought that first play when Caden Curry just smacked him and like knocked, I thought he knocked his head off.
Knocked some sense into him. That's what it did.
No kidding. But I saw that hit and I thought, this is literally the first thought I had. I didn't tweet this. I didn't post it. I don't even know if I texted anybody this. But I just had in my head is like, Man, we are never going to get a good test, are we? Because they're going to knock this quarterback out. We're going to play his brother. You're going to get like Wish.com for Fernando Mendoza coming in here. And then it's going to say Mendoza on the back. But the Buckeyes are going to win this game by 20. And everybody's going to say, you didn't play the real guy. I thought he was out of that game for sure. And the Buckeyes were just going to roll. And then he pops he goes off the field, then came back a couple plays later and then looked pretty decent the rest of the game. I'm not going to say it was he didn't throw for 400 yards or anything, but he did what he had to do to help his team win. And like you said, he made an absolute baller throw when he had to in a moment.
It was a dime.
Great. Absolutely great. All right. Tyvis has to go talk to 10 TV again. So he's going to go do that in the commercial break. Hopefully he'll be back in time because you know what? Next segment, Tyvis, defense. We're going to get to it. If you're here, we're going to talk defense next. D-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, right now we are seeing a small portion of 70 in that eastbound direction over on the west side. That's a little bit slower than usual, particularly as you're passing 142 and right before Hilliard Rome Road. So really by 70 and Cole Road, it's a little bit slow moving out there. Not sure exactly what's going on, but hey, some better drive times for our folks in Delaware County. Good morning to you. If you're stepping out the door, take 71 south. That's a great option. 36 to 37 over to 270. Only take you 10 minutes on this Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Hey, Jackets fans, we know what's on your holiday wish list. Ask your Secret Santa for a Blue Jackets holiday gift pack. You'll score 2 tickets plus a Blue Jackets Honda shirt. Learn more at bluejackets.com/holiday.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Chronic pain can make life feel impossible. But at QC Kinetics, there's a breakthrough that's giving people real hope. Stem wave therapy.
It has fundamentally changed the way I look at cases after 30 years in practice. So when we talk about regenerative medicine, we're talking about these types of devices.
That's Dr. Tony DeCesaro, one of the nation's authorities on stem wave therapy.
Been around for about 30 years in Europe. Now it's really taken a real foothold. People are tired of just using pills that really cover everything up and they don't really heal.
This device is both diagnostic and therapeutic, helping the medical team at QC Kinetics find the problem and trigger your body's natural healing response.
It's about giving hope, right? That there are options.
QC Kinetics. Harness the power of stem wave and get relief now. Your first treatment is only $49. Call for your consultation here in Columbus, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Bobcat Enterprises has rebates and write-offs to give you a competitive edge in 2026. Now until the end of the year, get 0% financing for 60 months or up to $10,000 in cash rebates. Offer varies by model and dealer in-stock inventory. This year's tax deductions are bigger than ever, and you can apply to lease, finance, or directly purchase equipment. Spend it before the government gets it. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville, or see our full line of products at bobcatent.com today. Offer expires 12/31/25. I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit A Home for the Holidays, Columbus.org to buy your tickets. That's a home for the holidays, Columbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Put a new sound on an old song. This season at Lion's Den, the official store of pleasure, passion, and romance.
Jake Diebler's Buckeyes are back at the shot for a Big Ten matchup with Illinois. And Lou Henson's hairpiece.
Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 6:30.
Every game, every season, proud to be your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
In theory, you are. Tyvis is actually doing 10 TV right now. They love him at 10 TV. So he's over there on your screen. If you have 10 TV up, go check him out. He's looking good. Do we have any audio of this? Is he still on there?
He just got done.
Oh, did he just finish?
Yes.
Oh, see, look at that. We could have had him on. That's all right. It's fine. By the way, I had a couple comments from the YouTube chat, one of which was Mario Descarbo, who's always in the chat. Thank you, Mario. He said, Michigan living vicariously through better programs by watching them from home. All is right with the world again. That was a silver lining because I saw like that idiot Portnoy was, going crazy for the fact that Indiana won. It's like, great. Enjoy that. Enjoy it. This is like the SEC, where that's all their bad programs do is like they sit around. South Carolina will be cheering that Alabama wins something or that, Texas A&M gets it done or whatever the case is. And it's like, good for you. Enjoy that. Enjoy being a crappy program where now you have to support the better teams that are actually playing each other. Tyvis has just finished up. We tried to listen to you, but then you finished up right as we came back. So
look,
I saw you on TV though. You look
I haven't
great.
missed a lot. Great.
No, you haven't. You have your Ohio State starter jacket on, which is very nicely
win,
done. I
lose,
like
or
that.
draw. I'm a Buckeye. I'm proud to be a Buckeye.
That's fine. It's a great look for you.
See, I just have like a very neutral feeling towards the loss. I mean, I know we don't want to blame it on this, but in my mind, every time I think about the loss, I think 27-yard field goal.
Wow.
27-yard field goal.
Did you feel that way last year after the team up north game?
No, but that's different because it was a rivalry and it was losing four in a row. There was more.
They missed what was it, a 40, 38-yard
There's
field goal
more
or something?
rhetoric to losing to Michigan.
Can I ask you? Let me ask you this question.
No, wait,
seriously.
I can't relate.
Yeah, we know.
But literally, I know it's excuses and all that, but they're 2 red zone drives away from this game being totally different. Like, imagine they score 2 touchdowns on those drives. It's a totally different feeling this morning.
Yes, and I am 2 feet away from being in the NBA.
I totally get what you're saying.
We'd be drunk.
Doesn't mean anything.
I totally get what you guys are saying, but they're literally 2 4th and 1s away from this just being a totally different conversation.
Maybe, but on the field goal thing, at least I'll say this. Let's say they kick that field goal and tie it up. Do you have any confidence that Ohio State offense, as it was playing in that game, would have found a way to go down and score in the time frame they had to? Because part of my issue is that this offense has done almost no tempo all year. And we were told all season long, well, this is because we're basically doing load management. We don't want these guys to play as many snaps. We want them to kind of have these deliberate drives that eat a lot of clock. That means we're going to win games 35-10, not 55-10. But that's okay because we're saving plays. And when we get to the college football playoffs, these guys will be fresher. And I hope that's true. But the other side of that is they've never had to do a thing like at the end of the first half. Remember, Ryan Day always talks about winning the middle 8, 4 minutes going into half, 4 minutes coming out of half. Mm-hmm. They had a chance with like 2.5 minutes to go. They had the ball. They could have gone down and scored. They had 3 timeouts. They could have run some tempo. And instead, they decided to just kind of slowly, methodically plod their way down the field. It didn't work. They didn't get a first down. And I think this team is out of practice when it comes to playing quickly. They really haven't had to do it all year long.
I walked away from this game saying to myself that if they played again, I think Ohio State would win. And I felt good saying that because... Are
they running the same type of offense they did?
See, I think that's the thing. I think that I think that they needed this to be exposed because some of the fears that I was worried about came to fruition, and I was like, good. And now they see that it is something there. And so we've been skating by and just getting by, and it hasn't really cost us anything. You learn so much from a loss that you will lock in for the next time that happens. And on top of that, they will be eager. There's no secret that you know why they put them at 2 instead of 3? Because they want to see this rematch again in the national championship.
Absolutely
That's the reason that I think they did it, in my personal opinion. Because this game was so good that you would definitely want to see it again. And then when you got to play the same opponent twice, I think Dylan's right when he says that as bad as this offense looked, it was a 3-point game. If this offense is playing its best and the play calling is going the way it's supposed to go and these guys are executing like they've been doing all season, we should win that game with flying colors. So I walked away from this game like, great. They got exposed. They got a little humble pie. And everybody needs a nice little slice of humble pie. I know I get mine's every other day. Every other day. So I think that for me, if they play Indiana again, I want to see them play again. I want to see them get their revenge game. And I think that will be fireworks. I don't know what's going on with the play calling, if Brian Hartline is going to continue to be there or not. You won't have to worry about the recruiting and the Chris Henry Jr. situation. All of that will be solved and resolved, and you can just focus on ball.
Oh, to your point, I am the biggest Indiana Hoosiers fan the rest of the way through the playoffs.
Oh, me too, because I want
the rematch.
We got to see that.
Not because I think that Ohio State can necessarily – I don't know, but it was a 3-point game. It was extremely close. Also, separately from that, take away your Buckeye fandom for a second, it was an excellent football game. I mean, there were big hits. There were some controversial plays. Yeah. There were some big plays, certainly. Like, all of it had all the earmarks. The only thing that would have made it better if it was outside in the snow. But other than that, being in a dome kind of sucked. But other than that, it was great. It was a great college football game. I was waiting for you on that.
You're funny.
Well, if we're going to get clunky offense either way, it might as well be outside.
God, I thought we would see a track meet, and instead we had like a rock fight. I had no idea that was what we were getting in this game. All right, speaking of defense, let's talk about some of the issues that you saw, because I think you're right that if they'd have won this game as it went, not that I wouldn't have wanted to see them win this game, but if it's going to be a 13-10 ball game, clearly some things were wrong with Ohio State for it to end up that way, and some things were right with Indiana. They played a great game.
I just think that obviously they were trying to establish the run game, and it seemed like both teams were. You know, when you go up against equal opponent, you want to try to dominate the line of scrimmage to get those linebackers to commit so you can run play action and things like that. So, I mean, it wasn't like anything crazy. I know Kaline Black had the one run of 37 yards that was long. That was a good one. But outside of that, it really wasn't effective. And outside, if Charlie Becker didn't have this game that he had, like, we would have been fine. I thought the PI on Lorenzo Style was one of those. Yeah, I see it both ways. Like, did he grab him? Yes, he did. Did it like stop him from catching the ball? Not at all. So, a pass interference is impeding his progress of catching the ball. I didn't think that was the situation. So, if you want to call it, fine, you call it, whatever. The Jermaine Matthews situation, I don't know. Like, I felt
went after him a little
bit. They did. They for some odd reason, because what happened was at first they was going after Lorenzo. Lorenzo he made the play where they got the interception and they kind of fell back off of him. Then they went at what's the freshman?
Oh, Devin Sanchez.
They went at Devin Sanchez.
Every time he comes in, man.
And every team has done that. They have gone after Devin Sanchez. So Ohio State pulls him back off the field. And then for some odd reason, Jermaine became the guy that I don't know why they thought Jermaine was the guy, but that's who they went after. And Jermaine was in the slot on Elijah Surratt. They ran that hide fade, which is very, very, y'all have to understand, slot fade in man-to-man is the hardest thing to cover because it's just so much space for that guy to fade to. And if you ain't got no help, it's so hard. So it was a great call. I told y'all that the one thing I respect about Indiana is they catch some contested balls like the best I've ever seen in the country. And on that, it was a contested play. Elijah Surratt caught that pass. And then
that speaks to game plan, right?
Third and one or fourth and whatever it was to ice the game. They did what Jeremiah Smith did in the national championship. They seen a one-on-one matchup. went straight at it and got it. And I'm just like, we got to make some plays in the back end.
Yeah, that's right. But I would also say that goes to, like you said, putting guys in situations where it is the toughest thing for them to do in a given moment, and then exploiting that goes to game plan. That goes to coaching. And that's why you tip your hat very much to Curt Cignetti for his game plan. All right, so what is the Buckeyes' path to get to the national championship? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, right now we are seeing a small portion of 70 in that eastbound direction. Over on the west side, that's a little bit slower than usual, particularly as you're passing 142 and right before Hilliard Rome Road. So really, by 70 and Cole Road, just a little bit slow moving out there. Not sure exactly what's going on, but hey, some better drive times for our folks in Delaware County. Good morning to you. If you're stepping out the door, take 71 south. That's a great option. 36 to 37 over to 270. Only take you 10 minutes on this Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the tin man.
The Christmas cash giveaways now at United Dairy Farmers. Registered U-drivers who buy specially marked products like hot breakfast sandwiches, fresh apple fritters, iced coffee, Coke, and Pepsi can play to win prizes instantly, like freebies, $1,000 each week, and the $15,000 grand prize. Because at UDF is made for you. No purchase necessary. Visit udrivecontest.com for official rules.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out? Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad. Today! Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
'Tis the season to be hungry at Roosters. That's why for every $50 spent on Roosters gift cards, you'll receive a $10 Rooster Buck back in your stocking. May your holidays be filled with friends and family, love and laughter, and of course, Roosters Wings. Go to roosterswings.com today or drop by any Roosters location to purchase your $50 holiday gift cards and receive a $10 Rooster Buck in return. Happy holidays from all of us at Roosters. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay, Santa, pre-flight checklist time. Nice list?
Oh, check.
Naughty list?
Check.
Meyer shopping list?
Oh, Britson's bells.
All good. I've got the Meyer app right here. Okay, let's see. Sugar, spice.
Gingerbread is nice.
Candy, ham, crackers. Boy, Meyer has fa-la-la-la low prices on it all.
And a few dozen cookies, just to be safe.
Good call, big guy. Order sent.
Just in the Saint Nick of time.
Bring more good to life with the seasonal savings at Meijer.
This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
Do you hate holiday pictures because of your teeth? What if a brand new smile was possible?
No matter what the current state of your mouth.
Welcome to Runyon Dental Group, home of the Implant and Smile Center, where gorgeous, healthy smiles become a reality.
At Runyon, we've built a team of some of the most highly trained arch and implant doctors in the entire nation. This isn't an ordinary dental practice.
We believe that everyone can have a great smile.
Including you, especially you. Your new smile is waiting at Runyon Dental Group.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Dormar, your pilot hero. Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Ohio State Buckeyes went into Indianapolis Saturday night and lost to the Indiana Hoosiers 13-10. Following the loss, the Buckeyes were given the 2 seed in the college football playoff, which includes a first-round bye. Next, they will play either Miami or Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl. Shedeur Sanders had a breakout game for the Cleveland Browns versus the Tennessee Titans yesterday. Sanders threw for 364 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, Titans running back Tony Pollard ran for 161 yards and 2 scores, as the Browns fell to the Titans 31-29. The Cincinnati Bengals were in Buffalo taking on the Bills. The Bengals were up as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter, but 2 late Joe Burrow interceptions helped fuel a 39-34 comeback win for Buffalo over Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
If you've got a reaction to the game, you can drop it in the Fan app. Yes, Fan app. Just hit record audio. Maybe you're like driving to work right now. When you get there, if you get there a few minutes early, just pull up the Fan app, hit record audio. Let us know your thoughts on the game. We'll play some of the best ones that we can get. But you can go there and do that anytime you want. It's all there for free. It's like a fan voicemail, essentially, except you don't have to dial a number. You just hit a button, leave us a message. We can play it on the air. Buckeyes, of course, lose the Big Ten championship game 13-10. So we've covered a lot of that in the first hour. If you missed it, you can go to YouTube or go to wherever you get podcasts and go listen to that. We will be throughout the day just still talking more about how that went. But I want to switch gears and talk about going forward for the Buckeyes. What's the path look like? Because a lot of my buddies, when I was texting with them, because you know me, do I seem like a rational, normal Buckeye fan, or do I seem like I'm part of
the lunatic fringe?
It's the lunatic fringe.
You know where I am.
Yeah, you are.
I live there. I've been there.
You know what? I've learned.
You're part of it, though, because you were mad about 13 and 14 personnel, too. And I'm saying, like, that's lunatic fringe stuff right there.
No,
that's
because
very fringy.
I'm not one that, like, dies on that hill. Like, I can understand why they I just don't understand why I take the best players off the field. That's the part that doesn't make sense.
Right.
But I realize that I'm one of those people that I need to make sense. I like to be logical. And that just doesn't work a lot in this field. A lot of people don't want to hear that.
No, I mean, you can be logical, but you got to also admit sometimes when you say, you know what, the logic was there, but it didn't work out. You got to admit sometimes we were wrong. And yesterday, I got up in the morning and I'm like, first thought out of bed was, damn, we lost to Indiana in the Big Ten championship game. God, I was mad. But then my thoughts went to,
why is it that Indiana ain't a good team?
No. Take the label off their helmet. Fine. It's just the fact of the matter that as Ohio State, you don't like, number one, Ohio State, I want to win the Big Ten championship. Hasn't happened in a while.
5 years to be exact.
Right. But also, Indiana feels like one of those teams that no matter how good they are, and they are great this year, we saw it firsthand. I and you both said before this game, they are tremendously talented. However, you're still Ohio State, and you feel like you want to put little brother in his place. And This is the guy who's now showed up, and their fans all have to rip the tags off their Indiana football hats and throw away their Indiana basketball hats for a second so they can, focus on what's important.
Did their basketball team win that night too?
They're playing Louisville. Did they win that game?
I don't think they did. When I was watching it, they were losing, but I kind of lost track of it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm someone who was still very distraught about that loss yesterday and still am today. However,
the sun came up. You gotta let it go like Keisha Cole.
That's fine. You tweeted that,
or Elsa. Elsa
yeah,
also
let it go.
encourages us to
That's
let
right.
it go.
I know that reference.
Let it go.
No, but that's so. There's that section of the fan base that I acknowledge. I was texting with some buddies as well, and they're like, "Hey, man, we did this last year. It'll be fine. We'll go. Ryan Day will lock himself in a room. He'll come up with the right offense. They will go out and they will destroy these teams in the playoffs." And I admit, that's where my brain heads as well. Eventually, I just stew in it longer than I probably should when they lose. But here's the pathway for Ohio State, right? So the college football playoff rankings came out. No surprise, Indiana took over the number 1 spot. First time ever for them to be ranked number 1.
Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, they won. They deserve it. Buckeyes did not fall anywhere below where they didn't even fall. They fell to 1 spot you have to put Indiana 1. And then after that, no further. Georgia is 3rd. Texas Tech is your 4 seed. So the rest of the top 12, or the rest of the way this all shook out, here are your matchups feeding into these games.
This is a shame.
Ohio State is going to play in the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve at 7:30. That's their next game. We know that. So you have a solid 3 weeks and some change to get ready for that game?
Yeah.
Great. Miami and Texas A&M, the 10-7 matchup. They are going to go head-to-head December 20th at noon. That is on ABC. Texas A&M early line on them. They are 4-point favorites in that game. Of course, that will be a home game for the Aggies. So that'll be probably a help to them. But Miami getting in, Notre Dame getting dropped. We could talk that storyline if you want to. Bama gets in. They get to play Oklahoma, but they have to go on the road. Oklahoma's the 8th seed. That will be who Indiana faces off with on the other side of the bracket. Whoever wins that game will play Indiana. Just a lot of crimson in the first 2 matchups of that round.
Yeah, it is.
East, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Indiana, they all kind of have the same uniform to a degree, one degree or another. But yeah, so that's their matchup. That'll be in the Rose Bowl. Imagine Alabama Hillbillies in the Rose Bowl. I just thought of that.
Trying to see who
you imagine those guys.
You know how last year Ohio State had the toughest path?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's got and last year Penn State had the easiest path. I'm trying to see what team does that fall for this year?
I'll tell you what.
Is it Oregon got the easiest path, would you say?
I think Indiana has a tougher draw than Ohio State.
I kind of agree with you on that. Although, they get a team potentially if Oregon and James Madison is the bracket above them, and then whoever wins that Oregon-James Madison game goes against Texas Tech. That Oregon-Texas Tech matchup, presumably, maybe James Madison shocks the world, but Indiana could face off with a team that they've already beaten in Oregon. So they might have to, theoretically, if Ohio State made it to the championship game and Indiana did, if Oregon makes it to that round, Indiana could have to face 2 teams that they've already played and beaten. And that would be a pretty, it's never easy to beat a team twice unless you're Texas Tech playing BYU. Then it's very easy to do, apparently. But yeah, so that Texas Tech game is not going to be easy for Oregon either. I don't think that's a pushover game. But that would be Texas Tech and Oregon. The winner of that would play the winner of Indiana and whoever wins the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Then Georgia, they're the only one left there. They have the winner of Tulane and Ole Miss, which Ole Miss and Tulane already played, and I believe Ole Miss smoked them. So
they played already?
I don't think they played this season.
Did they play last
recently.
I'm probably sticking another season's game in there.
Ole Miss don't got a coaching staff, so
okay.
They have a coaching staff. They just don't have their head coach.
Yeah,
and I thought he took some people with him.
He did, but they brought the OC back. The DC's there,
I thought the OC went with him.
He did, but they let him come back.
Lane
Charlie
Kiffin
Weiss
out of
Jr.
the graciousness of Lane Kiffin's heart said, "I'll let him come back."
That goes, they ain't gonna win because of that right there. There's too much pettiness going on over there. They gonna lose to Tulane.
Here's what I will tell you. Here's the matchup. This is the matchup theme I see going for Ohio State.
Ain't the BYU quarterback at Tulane?
Oh,
yes.
Jake Retzlaff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
formerly known as the BYU.
That's right. Now he's at Tulane. But Ole Miss and Tulane are the matchup for Georgia. In the Sugar Bowl, whoever wins that game will take on Georgia, obviously. So here, going back to Ohio State, Miami, Texas A&M, both of those teams, correct me if I'm wrong, very good defensive lines. Now, I have my concerns about both of their offenses. I do think both of their offenses leave something to be desired, but Ohio State will be facing a team that has a great defensive line, probably in that first matchup, no matter who it is, Miami or Texas A&M. Then, if they win that game and go to the Fiesta Bowl, which would be January 8th at 7:30 on ESPN, the winner, if they make it to that round, the Buckeyes, they would play the winner of Georgia and presumably Ole Miss, but who knows? Georgia and the winner of Ole Miss Tulane. They'll square off. If Georgia wins that game, which I would expect they would, Georgia has a tremendous defensive line. And then if you get to the championship game, I don't know that it'll be Indiana, but there's a very good chance you meet them. The point is, offensive line play has to improve in the next month. And I'm sorry, I hate to keep calling guys out by name, but they all get paid now. I'll call them out if I want to.
Shabola?
It's time to say hello to Gabe Van Sickle. It's GVS time. Like when he was on the field, they were better. If you can go look up numbers and metrics, people have been posting all this stuff, but you can go just trust your eyeballs too.
You a PFF guy?
Not necessarily.
JJ Watt and me are on the same page.
Which is?
They're dead to me.
I'm not looking at I didn't even look once at Pro Football Focus for this. I just saw people posting, like, going back and charting it and saying, when this guy was on the field, this is the success rate. When that guy was on the field, this is a success rate. So, they've given Tegra Shabola more than enough chances to say, show what you can do. I think they're going to have to figure some things out. And I don't think it needs to be, let's put 5 tight ends out there and try it again. Like, they need to do something different, and they need to scheme it up differently, because you are going to face a ton of, if you thought Indiana's defensive line was a problem, there's more of that coming for you in the college football playoffs. So this is where Ryan Day earns his money. This is where you scheme something up better than what you had. And sorry, I don't need Brian Hartline to do that. Brian Hartline's got other things to worry about. If you want to have him call it during the game or whatever you want to say about that, fine. It's Ryan Day's offense. It always has been. Ryan Day, get in your bunker and scheme it up again like you did last year. Let's call Mitchell Melton and have him yell at Ryan Day again to try to get that sorted out. He's over at Virginia, right? They're done.
Yeah,
they lost their championship game.
They lost to Duke.
Yeah, they did. So
now that $12 million that they paying that college quarterback, it paid off. It won them the ACC.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Darian Mensah somehow did that, and then of course they're 7-5, so no, they're not in the college football playoff, which they shouldn't be.
Now.
8-5. I'm sorry.
Respect them.
That's fine. Yes. But you know what? Good thing we're not letting the 8-win team into the college football playoffs. I'm good with that. I don't care that they won the ACC.
We better not lose the trench play battle. I can't stomach that.
But you would acknowledge it wasn't, offensive line needed some help. It didn't work out as well as we would have liked to in that game. On the Big Ten Championship game. All right, we'll take a break, switch gears. Bob McElligott, voice your Columbus Blue Jackets. He will join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Monday. We are noticing our first crash of our morning, and it's happening for our friends over on the west side, really by London. So do expect some lane closures on 70. It's that eastbound direction as you're passing State Route 56 out there because of that incident. We also have a disabled vehicle closer to downtown. It's really happening on 315 at Town Street. The right shoulder currently blocked, but not causing any traffic out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite too. Extra value meals are back.
Now get a sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal, complete with hash browns and a small coffee for just $5. Only at McDonald's for a limited time. Price and participation may vary. Single item at regular price excludes tax.
Bills piling up? CME can help you wrap up your debt into one simple, manageable signature loan with rates starting as low as 8.75% APR. Instead of juggling stacks of statements, let CME help you unwrap peace of mind this season. APR from 8.75%. Terms and eligibility apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Hey guys, Anthony here. Time to be honest with yourself. How do you truly feel on a daily basis? Do you have the energy you need to get through a day? Do you have the focus you need to get through your work? Well, if you've started to notice something is off, then don't wait and see if the answer is testosterone replacement therapy at Synergenics and Low T Center. It all starts with a simple and free TRT test. You can even walk in before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Now is the best time to get in because the TRT test is free. If you're a guy in your 30s, 40s, 50s for sure, there's no doubt you've been wondering what your level is and if this can help. The first step is taking the free T-test. They have clinics in Gahanna and Dublin. They give you the power to choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. It all starts with the simple and quick free TRT test at Synergenics and Low T Center. FixMyLowT.com.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of our specialties here at Pella Wilson is getting rid of old, smaller windows with no view and replacing them with huge, beautiful windows that can change the look and feel of your home.
We tried that once, but we cut the hole a bit too big, so we had to put in a garage door instead in their dining room.
Wilson.
Didn't improve the view, but they do have a drive-through now, so you're welcome, Gruball family.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Getting a live Christmas tree to plant after the holidays? Well, here are some tips. In the house, keep it away from heat sources that could wake it up out of dormancy. You don't want that. Dig your hole now before the ground freezes. Or if you plan to wait till spring, you need to protect roots from extreme cold with mulch or straw. And move it from the warm house to an unheated area like a garage temporarily to make the transition outside more gentle. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Ohio chapter of the International Society of Arboriculture at treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for today, but it will be a colder day with highs only into the upper 20s to around 30 here this afternoon. Winds will be fairly light at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then as we head into tomorrow, we are tracking more cloud cover across the area, but it will be a warmer day with highs into the upper 30s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
You'll look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Well, I don't know. It's frustrating right now for the Jackets fans because once again, the Jackets have a chance to go out there and do something. And unfortunately, another loss last night. Bob McKelligan joining us, Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Bob, I guess we could say from this one, they didn't blow a 2 or 3 goal lead. So there's that, I guess, to take away from this game, right? Trying to find a positive here.
Well, you're right. What they did is they faced Logan Thompson in goal for the Washington Capitals, who down in 3 games against the Blue Jackets this season has given up a total of 2 goals.
Jeez.
And picked up his 100th win of his NHL career last night in kind of a fitting fashion against a team that he's very good against. So, yeah, it went from, feast to famine, right? The day before you wind up putting 6 in the back of the net, and, last night you can't even get 1. So That's life in the National Hockey League in today's day and age.
Yeah, going back to that other game, like you said, where they played Florida on Saturday, and
do we have to?
I only bring. I'm with you. I only bring it up though as like I had been saying earlier this season that I felt like the Jackets are more equipped to win games that are like that than they are games where it's like kind of a grinded out. Only a couple goals are going to be available to you, but. Right now, I think I don't know that they have an identity either way on that. I think it's just they are trying to find the best way to either when they get a lead, hold on to it, or in a game like yesterday where the goals are tough to come by. I mean, they have to be damn near perfect. And if you're not, it doesn't go your way. So, yeah, I think they really don't have that identity yet, would you say? Or can you find an identity in that I'm missing?
Well, it's a really good question. I think there's an identity there in the fact that, last night they took a team that can, again, the two games previous against Washington, the Capitals put up 5, okay?
Yeah.
Last night they got 2, and 1 was an empty net goal. So if you want to talk about an identity, they did play a good defensive game. The problem was they just had no offense that translated into yesterday. The day before was, I guess to your point, and this is something that I think, and this is just me, throughout the course of the season, I think this team, instead of saying this is how we play all the time, it isn't necessarily all the time. It's this is how we play today, and this is how we play tomorrow, and a lot of it depends upon the opposition and the way that they're playing. So from that standpoint, I think that's a little bit frustrating. I'm not exactly sure that's the way that they want to do it, but it seems like that's the way that it's gone here over the course of the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, that was what I was going to ask you. Do you think that's like a game plan thing where they're saying, hey, we know this is the type of game that we're getting into, and thus here's the adjustments we're making? Or is it just more, this is a young team that's up and down, and you get... I don't know which way to take that, because it does look like two very different games we saw over the weekend.
Yeah, well, they were absolutely different, not just by the score, but by the way that they were played. So I think it's a little bit of both, what you're talking about. I think some of it has to do with the opposition. I just think at times, and it's not all the time, but it's, here and there, I think they are too apt to let the opposition predetermine how the game's going to be played. Instead, they always talk about playing Jackets hockey and the way they're going to do it. And I think sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. It's based upon who that other team is and how they play.
Bob, last time I talked to you, I asked you, is the sky falling? And you told me, nope, there's no need to panic right now. We are exactly 1 week from that. And I asked you again, where are we at on the panic meter?
All right, let's see. How many games we played since then, Tyvis? Oh my God, I don't even know.
I don't
either. We played. No, I'll tell you. Okay, hold on. 4? Last week we were in New Jersey and won in New Jersey. Played at home against Detroit. Won against Detroit. So that was 4 out of 4 points, and then got 1 in an overtime loss. So no, we're still in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of set up that way, though, right? Where you look at the wild card situation. I mean, there's a ton of teams right there.
Right. If you look at it by what happened Saturday, what happened Sunday, then you would be in complete panic. If you step back and look at it over the course of the week and you go, okay, so there were 8 points, you got 5 out of the 8 points. It's not fantastic, but it's, better than 500. So you can live with that.
To your point, there are 2 points out of the final wild card spot. They have 32 points. The New York Rangers has the final wild card spot. Well, them and Pittsburgh both are tied with 34 points for the first and second wild card spot.
Yeah, and and when you look up and down from the top of the division to the bottom of the division, I mean, it's stupid, right? How packed it is and how everybody has the same amount of points. And I'll say to you, I probably said this last week, here's the thing. You just cannot go on a losing streak. You cannot drop 4 in a row right now, because whoever does that, and somebody will at some point, but whoever does that all of a sudden is going to be in a hurt. If you're picking up points, even if it's an overtime point, again, are you happy with it? No, but you can look at the standings and go, well, at least we're still here. And I think that's where this team is right now. And it goes back to T-Bone's question about an identity. I mean, there's something there. It's not, I don't think it's consistent enough. game in and game out. But as long as you're there and you're in the fight and you haven't dropped 3 or 4 in a row and people are blowing past you, then you can, at least justify, you're kind of treading water and saying, look, we're going to get our game together and we're going to go on a winning streak. And then when we do, we're going to fly up through these standings. And I think that's exactly where they are right now.
Bob McKelliger joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Tell me if this is fair, if you think. I don't have any metrics to back this up. I don't have any numbers to back it up. It's just a vibes thing. It feels like when pucks are shot at Jet Greaves, they kind of stick to Jet Greaves. And when pucks are shot at Elvis, they don't stick as often. And not that he doesn't stop them, but they end up back in the middle of the ice for guys to try to clean up and do something with. Do you feel the same way? Do you think am I accurate in my description there, or where do I have that wrong?
Yeah, I don't think you need metrics to back that up. I think the eye test is exactly what you say that it is. And you're right. I mean, he stops a lot of pucks, and a lot of the pucks come off his body and turn into second and third chances for other teams. And again, they had a bad day in Florida, and he didn't have a great day in Florida. But, yeah, you're right. I think what Jet does is he brings a sense of calmness to the game. I think where, Elvis, and this is just his personality, and we've seen him for a long time, he loves to make a big play, and he loves to try to do sometimes more than he should do to help out, and that gets him in trouble. It did in Florida on one of the goals. Whereas Jet is not flamboyant whatsoever. He is I'm going to catch it. I'm going to hold it. We're going to have a face-off. And, if they win that face-off and get pressure and get a goal, so be it. But for this moment, I'm going to settle the game down right now. And I think he does that extremely well. And to your point, there are times it does seem that he does that more consistently than Elvis does.
Bob, when you look at this team and how they're playing right now, do you think that the answer to their problems is with this roster, is already on this roster, or do you think, obviously the trade deadline is all the way in March? Do you think that's something that they should explore to trying to bring somebody in to help this roster?
No, they're always going to explore it, and they're always going to look to do it. But Tyvis, when you were just talking about the standings, tell me who's going to be willing to do something with those standings. There's only a couple of teams right now that are basically saying we're not going to make the playoffs. I mean, Nashville, it's been a really tough go for them. Vancouver has basically said we're open for business. Calgary is not good. So that's 3 teams. That leaves you 29 other teams who are not saying anything. They're trying to get better. And there's, 3 teams that you're going to be able to draw from? Like, they're going to feed everybody else in the league. So, yeah, they're going to look to get better. They're going to look to do something and change something. And it's so easy to say, like, we got to do something right now. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know what the heck you can do, because everybody's in it. Nobody's going to want to move anybody. And even if they did, the price is probably exorbitant as it stands right now in order to do something. Now, that being said, I think the answers are within the room here. I'm not saying that they won't do something from the outside at some point. I think, every team that wants to win something is going to. But, right now, for what you're looking to fix at this moment, I think it's in there. I also think I should run for office after this interview. My goodness.
Hey, it's a lot. There's a lot of different things going on with the Jackets right now, Bob, and you're keeping it all straight for us. We always appreciate that. Tomorrow night, 7:30 in Carolina, and then back home on Thursday night to take on Ottawa. We appreciate it, Bob. We'll talk again next Monday, all right?
Am I finally home next week when I talk to you?
I was going to say, you actually get a few days off, it looks like. Like, they play Saturday, and then you're home for a few days, and then, it's like a 4-game homestand you got coming up. So you get to see the city that you live in. What a shock. That's great.
I might forget to talk to you next week.
Well, if you need...
I'm used to being on the road.
Right. You may need
on the road talking to you from all over the place.
Going to need the GPS just to find your way home. I know how that goes. It's crazy. Well, thanks, Bob, for the time. We'll talk next week, all right?
All right, boys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
There you go. Bobby Mack joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline. 2 minutes away. What went wrong for the Buckeyes Saturday night in the Big Ten Championship game? We'll break it down next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, when it comes to slowdowns, it's looking a lot better for our friends over on the east side. Starting in New Albany, no issues really. 161 eastbound by Beach Road. The main concern right now is 62 eastbound, passing 161 and really close to Smiths Mill Road out there this morning. Also, some much better news for our friends in Canal, Winchester, and Pickerington. No slowdowns to report in your area, especially 33 westbound, whether it's Pickerington Road or Gender Road on this Monday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Imagine the perfect chicken tender. Crispy, juicy, for lack of a better word, tendery. Now imagine these perfect tenders at Wendy's. 'Cause they are. Wendy's new chicken tenders are here with delicious new dipping sauces like Wendy's Signature, Creamy Ranch, and Honey Barbecue. And they're so good, we even changed our name from Wendy's to Tendies. I believe that's what the kids call manifesting. For Tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
The Christmas cash giveaways now at UDF. With UDrive Plus, 1 in 7 can play to win prizes instantly, including $1,000 weekly by buying specially marked items at UDF. No purchase necessary. Visit udrivecontest.com for official rules.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
El Dorado Scioto Downs is your Caesars Rewards destination. And big news, Scioto Downs has been chosen to host the prestigious Breeders' Crown in 2026 featuring 12 championship races. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. Visit Caesars.com/Scioto Downs for details.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
It's hot in the YouTube chat. Said what the Jackets don't need is chicken bone. Panicking when we are getting points and keeping pace. We could be Buffalo.
See that? That's the guy that looks at things half full.
Yeah,
you need to be more optimistic.
Yeah,
when did you get like this?
What do you mean? When did I with the Jackets? When did I get jaded and concerned about the Jackets?
When are you
in the
ever,
year 2000?
When are you ever positive?
I told you last week. I said when my Buckeye football team goes out and beats Michigan, wins a bit. Well, I thought maybe would go win a Big Ten championship, but was the defending national champs, still are. They beat Michigan. I was hoping for a big victory Saturday night against Indiana.
And you walked in negative Nancy.
To answer your question, it takes the best calendar year in the history of the program for T-Bone to be happy.
I don't know. 1968 was probably a pretty good calendar year. 2002 was a pretty good calendar year. Last I checked, I didn't lose any games.
That's the one thing.
That was pretty good.
They live on. The legacy lives on. 2002, still king. No matter what happens.
Undefeated.
They will be the last undefeated national champion.
You think like Krenzel and Claret and all those guys get together and pop champagne like the 72 Dolphins?
The Dolphins.
Still undefeated. No one
Once
touches
that
our
last
record.
team lose, once that last undefeated team lose, they get together and pop champagne.
Yeah. So now I said I expected a big victory, meaning a win. I think we may have predicted it something more like a 10 to 12 point game, each of us when we talked about it, but did we not all spend Friday talking about Indiana and saying they're really good? You guys, anybody who thinks this is like Indiana football from any year prior to the last two is even last year, that was not as good as this Indiana football team this year. Did we not all praise them and say that? I think we did. I think we were all, at least on this show we were. I think most of the shows were pretty clear on that on this station, but I thought Ohio State would do a little bit better offensively against this defense. And credit to Indiana's defensive line. They are tough. Their front seven, tough. They're back into their defense, as you brought up, very good.
The thing that stood out the most is the one thing that all of the national media and all those people kept pointing out is the fact that Ohio State was not battle tested. And when you get into these close games, how would they respond and when they're playing these close games? And Indiana, unfortunately, they had a ton of experience. They had 2 games where they've had experiences of close game going up against, well, I guess one of them was good competition. The other one, they shouldn't even been in that situation. But
Oregon was good.
Yeah, Oregon was good.
That was on the road too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oregon and Penn State was on the road, and that's the games that they had some controversy in. And they just knew how to respond because they've done it before. To where in Ohio State, outside of the Texas game, which they were up 14-0, I want to say, until Texas scored and made it 14-7. They've been in complete control. So it was nice to have this experience. I think this experience was so valuable to this team because now you can say, all right, we played in a close game. This is some things that we did when the pressure was on that we liked. There's some things we did that we didn't like, So when they go, because I'm assuming now when they play the next time we see them and from here on out, the games will be closer. Although last year I thought that and they just ran the table. But I'm assuming that a lot of these games will be a lot closer moving forward because, as you pointed out, they will have great defensive lines.
Everybody you're going up against. If it's Texas A&M, if it's Miami, whoever they get in that game, presumably after that you play Georgia, assuming Georgia handles their business. Those are all 3 teams with great defensive lines. And if you get to an Indiana rematch, well, barring injury, they're going to have the same thing they rolled out this time. Now, I had my questions about the red zone. I've had them all year long. You've had them all year long. Why does this team struggle in the red zone at times? And one of the looks that I don't get, I don't like it there. I don't like it in the middle of the field either when they do it. But when they go to 3 tight ends, 4 tight end sets, I'm not a fan of that myself. Ryan Day was asked about what happened in the red zone on Saturday. This is from right after the game.
Well, when you get in the red zone, you got to get positive yards, and you have to. We had a couple of drives that started right around the 10-yard line, and when that happens, I mean, you've got to get 3 and 4 yards, or else you can find yourself behind the sticks, real quick. And that didn't happen. And then the passes that we threw, on those first and second downs, weren't successful enough. We tried a couple of things that, didn't work out. So, we got to make sure that they're the right plays and that we're executing them well enough and that we're practicing them well enough. All the things that come with it. So, we spend an inordinate amount of time to try to figure out what is the best scheme that fits what you're going to see in the game, and then we go from there. So, we're all involved with it, and we all got to own it.
All right. There were questions, too, about who was actually calling the offense. I saw Dave Biddle was saying, Ryan Day's basically been calling this offense all year long. Ryan Day talked about that and said, no, essentially Brian Hartline still is the play caller. But, I mean, you brought this up, Tyvis. Ryan Day has a play sheet in his hand. Like he's looking at the calls, if nothing else.
He's saying something in the microphone. So there you go.
Right, how functionally different is that? I mean, it is. If Brian Hartline is calling 90% of the plays and then Ryan Day on the big plays is like, hang on a second, bud, I got this. Here's what we're doing. I don't know to where that line is. I don't know how far on the dial that is of, Ryan Day pushing the button and saying, nope, I've got this call, bud. You can step back. But regardless, I think going forward, we need to see Ryan Day more involved to whatever degree.
Well, I mean, it depends on what's. The Hartline thing is interesting because if everybody tell him to stay in South Florida, it's just weird. It's too weird to see a guy get on a PJ, go to South Florida.
He's their head coach.
Address the team, and then come back, put on Ohio State gear, and beat a court. Like, that's a lie.
I think it's weird, but I think it's also like is it weird when you have a guy, every recruit goes and sits in whatever room they go to and they put on all the pads and the helmet and they do all the pictures with like, hey, here I am, bleh. And then they go like a week later, they do the same thing at another school and another school. And they all have those photos. That's what I need is a website of like all the recruitment photos where they didn't go, just so we can see them in other uniforms, because that's funny to me. But that's what Brian Hartline's just doing the same thing all the recruits do. Just going and saying, yeah, I'm an Ohio State guy. He played here. He's a Buckeye for sure. But he's got a job now where he's going to go over to South Florida. And he's going to get paid grown man money to go do that down there.
As a player, you okay with that?
As a player?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You like Jeremiah Smith. You okay with that?
I'm sure there are photos of Jeremiah Smith in other teams' uniforms from when he was on recruiting visits.
Stop it.
I don't want to see it. I'm with you. I don't like to look at it, but I know it exists. All I'm saying is with Brian Hartline, regardless of him wearing South Florida colors or Buckeye colors, I have a problem with whoever's idea it was to constantly put guys like Bennett Christian, and I don't mean to single him out, but like he's like the third guy they bring in off the tight end bench.
Why you don't say nothing about Will Kazmarek?
Because Will Kazmarek can actually block and catch passes, and I like
Max
it.
Clare.
Max Clare is like, he's a dude.
Nate Roberts.
Nate Roberts? That's where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line. Like I'm saying.
Jelani Thurman.
I'm saying when we run out 4 tight ends and we're taking guys named Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate and Bo Jackson off the field even to put in C.J. Donaldson down inside the 10, 12-yard line once we move into that part of the red zone, that is frustrating to me as a Buckeye fan. And we've seen it all year, and my concern all year was when you play a good team, I don't know if that's going to work. And, I mean, if we're honest, when they played against Michigan, right, it didn't really work against Michigan's defensive front. They got bailed out on a, they had that was when the dude headbutted the referee for Michigan. Remember that? We got a new, fresh set of downs, but it wasn't working then either, and yet we still stubbornly stayed with it for some reason. I would just like to see this offense be more centered around the studs you recruited, not the 4th and 5th string tight ends. That just makes sense to me.
I think at some point when you, as a play caller, we got to stop trying to trick people and let's just go to the weapons. Let's just, until they can stop our weapons, like there's no need to do anything else. Like we can make the game easier than what it is. Like we have these great wide receivers. They cannot match up with our wide receivers. Let's spam these wide receivers, and then once they stop it, like once they get a PVU or something like that, okay, then we can talk about running something else. But
also, if that's happening, everybody's going to chase those guys around, and then what's going to be open? Then you can throw it to Max Clare, Will Kazmarek, Jelani Thurman, Bennett Christian. Everybody can get involved then. That's fine. You can get all your tight end looks all you want, but you got to have the other guys going
you
first.
got to have them on the field at least.
Yeah. And as a defense, did you like it if you were out there and they said, oh, here our number 1 and number 2 wide receivers are going to get off the field now?
Well, I'll tell you, the best thing that ever happened for the Buckeyes was when we were playing Alabama in the 2014 Sugar Bowl or 15, whatever year it was. When they took Derrick Henry off the field.
I remember that.
Thank you, Lane.
Yes.
Thank you, Lane. You are the man. Yes.
We still got to find out.
That man was killing us.
We got to find out what Darren Lee said to Lane Kiffin. Someday we'll get to the bottom of it.
You'll never know. I know, but y'all will never know.
Overachiever of the week is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, folks, we are monitoring a major crash happening on 71. It's that northbound direction right as you're passing Green Lawn Avenue and right as you're heading downtown. The center lane is currently blocked, but we're already down to about 11 miles per hour, almost in the single digits when it comes to travel times out there. First responders on scene, very, very messy out there. So again, take your time, be patient. I know the crew members are hoping to clear up the scene pretty soon. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Following Radio Theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice T-Bone Steaks in the value pack are on sale for $9.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
'Tis the season for making memories. Give the gift of more time together at Dick's House of Sport and join us for family fun events all season long. Plus, climb a rock wall, test the multi-sport cage, and perfect your swing in a golf simulator. And shop the widest selection of the hottest brands like Nike, FP Movement, Adidas, Carhartt, UGG, and Stanley. Unforgettable moments start here at Dick's House of Sport. Visit dicks.com/House of Sport to see what's happening this season.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
This holiday season, Germain Toyota of Columbus is unwrapping incredible savings on the toughest trucks around. Right now, drive home a 2025 or 2026 Toyota Tundra with an unbeatable 0% financing for up to 72 months. That's right, power, performance, and 0%. And there's more holiday cheer. Every Tundra is sold at MSRP with 20% due at signing. No gimmicks, no surprises, just real value on one of America's favorite full-size trucks. So upgrade to a brand new Toyota Tundra. Holiday savings at Germain Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
This holiday season, save time and make memories. Diamond Seller is your one-stop shop for luxury gifts, from diamonds to watches and the finest jewelry in the world. Gift our iconic blue box and enjoy our guaranteed best prices. Visit Diamond Seller on Salmo Road or at Easton Town Center.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Now, usually on Mondays, we talk to our guy, Joshua Perry, in the breakdown coming up at 8:30. However, Joshua is out today. He is not able to do the show because he's traveling, right?
He's at Urban is being inducted into the Hall of Fame or something with Urban in the Hall of Fame.
Well, College Football Hall of Fame,
yeah,
right?
that's happening.
He's been doing the tour all year where he went to all his different schools and got honored.
I think that's happening today. So Josh is there. I think Cardell is there.
You
no
didn't
invite for you? Yeah.
No.
You got to work, right?
Yeah, I got
Is it you didn't get the invite or you declined?
No, I didn't even get the invite.
Well, they knew.
Yeah.
They're like, why even ask him? Because we know he's not gonna show up.
Yeah, I'm
today.
not missing work.
So anyway, we're not talking to Joshua Perry today. However, tomorrow we are efforting Jake Butt. We will hopefully talk to the former Michigan tight end, but also great college football analyst. And it's funny, Jake had a little lunatic fringe take the other day. No, because you know what he was going on about? Same thing we all were, where he's like, why do they have all these tight ends on the field? Coming from a tight end. Like, if he feels that way, I think we're all justified in that opinion.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
All right, so here's what I've got for you. We haven't talked a lot about this game yet, and I have many thoughts on how dumb it was, but I'm going to go against the grain and focus on a positive for the Cleveland Browns. because there was a lot of negative in this game where they lost to the Titans 31-29.
It wasn't a lot of negative. It was 1 quarter of negative stuff. The third.
Giving up 29 points.
The third quarter was just a disaster.
Giving up 29 or 31 points to Tennessee.
The
is not a
first drive of
disaster.
the game was a disaster, and the third quarter was a disaster.
All right, fine. But you know it wasn't a disaster? And I don't care that he threw the pick. 364 yards passing from my guy, Shedeur Sanders.
You got to put your hand in the air.
Got to do a little
that.
wrist up on that. Shedeur, 23 of 42, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards passing. That felt good to see. Even though most of Columbus didn't get to watch it because it was Bills-Bengals that was on locally.
When I seen he had 300 yards, I had to double take it. Like, he really threw for 364. The first 300-yard game we had all season.
Yeah,
I'm about to go put the house on layup or on. About to go refinance my house so I can get a loan out so I can go get me a AP. So I put it in there.
I didn't know if I was like, are you going to be... And good to know he's doing better in health, but I thought, are you going to pull a Bernie Kosar here and bet on your team? That's what I thought. You work for the Browns. You can't do that.
It's either that or start OnlyFans. One of the two. Right?
You brought up the interception, though. He came back and scored the next 2 drives after that. If it wasn't for his stupid coach who doesn't know how to do math and wants to go for 2-point conversions when you don't need to,
Trust me.
It would have been fine.
Trust me. I have many, many things to say about his dumb head coach, but this is Overachiever segment. Dylan, Tyvis, who's your Overachiever of the week?
I am going with Jonathan James McCarthy.
Go with him.
Jonathan,
Enjoy.
listen, there's a lot of JJ McCarthy slander on this show, particularly from one guy who's a little heavy set.
Yeah, that's right.
But to go out there and throw for 163, 3 touchdowns.
163 yards.
3 touchdowns.
Oh, my God.
No picks.
Oh, my God.
QBR 75.
75. Call Canton and get the gold jacket ready. Let's go.
We are back, and the win 31-0. Oh, we are so back.
You know this segment's called Overachiever, not Do Your Job of the Week, right? It's Overachiever.
3 touchdowns.
Oh, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. And when the one to Josh Oliver was a laser, too.
He completed 16
All
passes.
that he can't throw. Did you see that? He turned the hips on them throws.
Man. I got to turn you on to some Josh Rosen tape, because if you thought that was impressive, there's some Josh Rosen games from when he was playing the NFL that probably would smoke that.
JJ McCarthy, let's give him his flowers.
Congrats. Enjoy your flowers. Dylan, I don't know. Who do you want to throw praise at? Do you want to give it to a guy who maybe threw 3 picks and completed 27 passes, or what do you want to do?
I think you might hate mine more than his.
Great.
I'm giving mine to
Fernando Mendoza.
Hunter Yurachek and the College Football Playoff Committee for getting it right.
That's worse.
The process of how they got there was a little They ranked Notre Dame over Miami the whole year, but it's never too late to get it right, guys. And on the field, head-to-head should matter. Plus, not putting Notre Dame in over Bama because Notre Dame was sitting at home and Bama actually played a game. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Way to go. I don't know. Your explanations were stupid.
They are.
Your weekly show was dumb. But in the end, I think they got it right.
Well, I think we need to take this opportunity to apologize to the audience.
That Notre Dame said, fine, we ain't playing nothing.
Throw your tantrum, you idiots.
I ain't playing nothing.
You know what Notre Dame could have done?
No. Let them show their true colors, Dylan. I love this. Whenever Notre Dame fans get to show their entire ass, please let them do it. Go ahead. This is who they are.
Notre Dame, you play 5 ACC games. Go ahead and make it 8. Join the conference, and then you could have played Virginia over the weekend and beat them and been in the playoff.
You know what they all do?
There's your path.
It's so funny because the Notre Dame fans will all say, oh, there you go. Join a conference, huh? And it's yeah. Although, did you see the stupidity about next year? Just wait. Next year, if you don't know this.
What?
Well, because this year they are in the top 12, but they're not in the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Next year, that won't be a problem for them.
Why?
Because the new contract, there's already a new provision in place because God forbid we leave Notre Dame out of the playoffs too many times. So they have a carve out for them, specifically for Notre Dame only, that says if they are in the top 12, regardless of what else happens, they have to be put in. They are like a group of 5 team where it's if they're in the top 25 and they win the group of 5 and they're the highest ranked, then we have to put them in. That's what's going to happen with Notre Dame. They're essentially going to say,
if they was So if they're in the top 12, if they're 12.
So if this provision was in this year, they would have had to have been put in.
Yeah. So that means JMU or Tulane would.
No, they would have bumped Miami out.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, Miami wouldn't have got in. The JMU Tulane thing had to
Why
stay.
though?
Because they
the top.
crybabies.
No. I'm saying, why is we carving out special rules for them?
That's a great question. I've wondered that for years.
Who is Notre Dame?
Exactly.
Yes.
Say it louder.
When the
They're
last
the
time?
1988 national champions, Tyvis. That's who they are.
No, I get the brand and all of that stuff, but come on, man. Like, stop that. We got to stop. We got to stop doing special treatment for people like that. No,
they've been in the national title
Y'all don't
game.
want to join the conference? That's fine, but make sure that you in the top 8.
Didn't they make the national championship game 2 times in the last 15 years?
Ooh.
They made it last year.
They got rolled. Well, they
made it last year, and it was a close game. And then they made it with Manti Te'o and his fake girlfriend.
And they got rolled.
And they got absolutely destroyed. Yeah. That should have been you guys. Yeah. You guys should have been in there playing. Instead of Alabama, that should have been your team playing that Notre Dame team that year.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this special treatment stuff.
I'm with you. But yeah, I was going to say we need to apologize to the listeners, and here's why. Because that was a farce all year long. Every time they roll out that ranking show, we should have known better. I'm sorry. Next year, I don't think we should make as big of a deal out of it because they literally got to this weekend and were like, never mind all we just said. Here's the right order. And you're right, Dylan. I think they got it mostly right. But why did they have to do all the other stuff? Answer is because the TV show. There's no truth to it.
The only good thing out of this weekend was I got to put my wrist up.
Look at that. Look at you. Shedeur Sanders, overachiever. I agree. Former Buckeye has turned into a traitor. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still seeing some slowdowns after a crash over on the west side, really just north of London. It's on 70 eastbound, that direction, just passing State Route 56. Do expect some lane closures as well as those delays, as I mentioned before. 27 miles per hour for your travel times out there. And lastly, still watching a disabled vehicle happening right now. It's over by downtown 315, that northbound direction at Town Street, where a right shoulder is currently blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted, they may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At Tri-State Men's Health, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%, which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 2 convenient locations in the area to serve you in Hilliard and Westerville. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Are you tired of paying retail prices? Then you've got to check out ColumbusAuctions.com, the online auction with pickup right here in Columbus, specializing in overstock products. Bidding starts at just $5. That's right, for only $5, you could score something that retails for $100. Most items come from places like Amazon, Lowe's, and Walmart, and if the listing is wrong or the item's broken, they'll give you a full refund. Plus, ColumbusAuctions.com offers a 14-day pickup. If you love deals on just about anything, try the new way to shop in Columbus at ColumbusAuctions.com.
Ring in 2026 in a big way at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Don't miss our $65,000 New Year, New Wheels giveaway. You could drive off in a 2026 Chevy Traverse or take home $35,000 cash. Earn entries playing your favorite slot and table games all month long. The fun doesn't stop there. Catch live entertainment, hit the dance floor, indulge in fine dining, and count down to a balloon drop at midnight. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Bank of America is the nation's leading business lender, and we're ready to help with your next goal here in Columbus. That's why we have over 3,700 local business specialists across the country. Because with the right team, your business and community prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Shop
Meijer and bring more special savings to the holiday season with the savory Meijer Spiral Sliced Half Ham for just 79 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. And spend $100 or more in-store December 3rd through the 9th and receive a $10 coupon at checkout. Redeem December 10th through the 16th on gifts, groceries, holiday decor. It's up to you. Make the holidays a good deal better at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Have a good day. Stay warm. So my teenage son just went to school in shorts and a hoodie. It's 3 degrees. At least I know he'll be warm in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Ah, you do want the coat.
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should've known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Things are going to be busy between now and the end of the year. You got holiday gatherings, school functions for the kids, families are getting together. I know. Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and the last thing you want to worry about this holiday season is whether your roof is going to make it through another Ohio winter. One call to Victor's Home Solutions, my guys, to schedule that free 21-point roof inspection will put your mind at ease, and you want to have a peaceful mind. A highly trained roof inspector will carefully examine every inch of that roof, checking the 21 most common areas of roofing failure. Then they go over their results with you and discuss your options going forward. Most of the time, problems can be fixed with a minor repair, but if it's time for a new roof, Victor's offers money-saving discounts and financing terms to make paying easy. And don't forget, they're so confident in their skilled installers, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. So call or go online and schedule the free 21-point roof inspection today. 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Ohio State Buckeyes went into Indianapolis Saturday night and lost to the Indiana Hoosiers 13-10. Following the loss, the Buckeyes were given the 2 seed in the college football playoff, which includes a first-round bye. Next, they will play either Miami or Texas A&M in the Cotton Bowl. Shedeur Sanders had a breakout game for the Cleveland Browns versus the Tennessee Titans yesterday. Sanders threw for 364 yards and 3 touchdowns. However, Titans running back Tony Pollard ran for 161 yards and 2 scores as the Browns fell to the Titans 31-29. The Cincinnati Bengals were in Buffalo taking on the Bills in the snow. The Bengals were up as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter, but 2 late Joe Burrow interceptions helped fuel a 39-34 comeback win for Buffalo over Cincinnati. This update was sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local, drink High Bank. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can leave us a voicemail, believe it or not. Just go get the Fan app wherever you get your apps. Fan app is there. When you click on it, there's a record audio button. You can actually leave us some audio, and we will hear what you have to say. Maybe you have some complaints, some concerns. Who knows what you have, but if it's all there, you can just go and leave it for us. 30 seconds or less. Drop it in there right now on the Fan app. If we get some of those in, Dylan, maybe we'll play a couple of them on the air. If not today, we'll get them tomorrow for sure. But
are we going to introduce our Hot Take Tuesday segment tomorrow?
I mean, if we get enough of them, we can have a Hot Take Tuesday. We can try that.
I think the listeners will come through.
You know what? Let's. I'm gonna pull a Art Bell. Art Bell, who used to do like overnights with the weird show where they would just have people calling in who said they were the Antichrist and all this other stuff.
Whoa.
Art Bell. Oh, yeah. You never heard Art Bell, like, coast to coast? Oh, no. Dude, it was something. He would just put it out there and be like, tonight is Antichrist night. And it would be like, if you think you're the Antichrist, call in. And then they'd have phone lines for 5 hours. People would be like, Yeah, my name's Zed. I think I'm the Antichrist. And it's just that's what they do for 5 hours. And the next night it would be, have you encountered an alien? And so then it would be lines full of people encountering aliens. So tomorrow, I am going to designate, like Art Bell would, tomorrow is Hot Take Tuesday. No take too hot. Tomorrow you can get it. No. It's not that segment. It's a different segment entirely. It's totally different. But you can leave us a hot take either on Twitter, @Bone and Tyvis 971, or via the Fan app.
Can I talk to this man behind the glass? I got a bone to pick.
What do you want to pick?
Because I need to know if he really feels. You know how you said that they got it right?
Yeah. About the college football playoffs?
Yeah, so you mean to tell me that this is the 12 best teams in college football? Do you?
It's not, but based off of the
that's all. I don't want to hear it past that. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know.
The people in the committee do not set the rules for the college football playoff.
They need to.
They abided by the parameters that they're given.
We got to stop.
Tulane and JMU do not belong in the playoff.
Thank you.
They don't. If you there's an account that tweets out the BCS rankings, what they would be if they existed.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to see that.
You know what the top 12 teams would be?
Let me hear it. You got it?
I mean, it's probably very similar.
It would be basically what it is. Kick out JMU and Tulane and put in BYU and Notre Dame. No one would be complaining right now.
No.
Not a single soul.
I'm not for the participation trophy stuff. I just, I get that everybody likes the underdog story or the Cinderella story. That's basketball. That ain't happening.
No,
in football, and we got to stop conning ourselves to saying that it will. It's not going to happen.
I agree with you because in basketball, there's 5 guys. You get one or two players on a heater. Jameer Nelson for St. Joe's back in the day can take his team all the way.
We're essentially saying
that's not going to happen in football.
Oregon and who and Ole Miss got to buy. That's basically what you're saying because.
But here's the thing, Tyvis. The rules are the rules. And to Dylan's point,
they need to be fixed.
Yeah, fix the rules. I'm with you on all that. Also, glad we're going to expand this to either, what are we talking? Either
man, they better cut. It need to be cut down.
To 20. I know.
But they should have left it 4. They should have left it at 4.
By the way, I think the fact they left out BYU and Notre Dame proves that the College Football Playoff Committee hates religion. They are Satanists, and that's exactly what it is. I'm going to say they are doing the work of the evil one. So that's what their problem is.
They did the group of 5 inclusion thing for teams like the 2017 UCF team that claims to have won a national championship, and they didn't get a chance. Or the 2020 Cincinnati team that finished 8th in the country, I believe, and they didn't get a shot at the playoff. Those types of group of 5 teams should make the playoff.
Yeah, it's not
the
every
ones
year.
that are borderline.
For what reason?
Because by the merit of their ranking, they're in the top 12.
Okay, Tyvis, you wouldn't want to see undefeated UCF in a 12-team playoff, which we have now. Give them one spot if they're undefeated.
Give me who they going against.
Probably if they were the 12th team in, they'd be going up against the 5th team. Who is that? Is that one Ole Miss or is that
Oregon?
Oregon. Yeah, okay.
So you mean you think I want to see Oregon go just completely dog UCF?
Well, you know what? I want to see Ohio State, Michigan because I love that rivalry. Put Michigan in. What are we doing? It's not about what you want to see.
Best teams.
Okay.
Exactly. So when a group of 5 team is that, they should be. But when they're not, they're not.
If a group of 5 team goes undefeated, they could be one of the top 12, but you know what? Their record has earned them a spot to find out. I'll give you that. I'm with you, Dylan, that part of the issue here is that we have these rules that say the top 5 conference champions get in, and your chaos theory that you talked about all season long came to fruition because Duke, an 8-5 ACC champion,
They should have put them in.
They weren't ranked as high. They weren't ranked as high as 2 group of 5 teams. So the group of 5 teams got in over the ACC champ. And then Miami was just there highly ranked as an at-large. And they said, well, we'll put them in. So the ACC representative is not a champion of the conference, which is hilarious.
JMU and Tulane both lost their coaches, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're still there.
They're going to coach.
But I'm saying
they're on their way to other jobs.
Out. Yeah.
Yes. JMU is.
So they gotta go.
He's going to UCLA.
They gotta go do recruiting and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Tulane's going to Florida.
Yeah, this is a waste. This is a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
Hey, speaking of coaches who are switching jobs, Kerry Combs is back in the Big Ten. He is going to be the special teams coordinator for the team up north. Yes, Michigan head coach Sharon Moore said Coach Kerry Combs is a proven, exceptional football coach. We're thrilled to welcome him to our program. They are amassing a list of guys who I think probably have Not a lot of love for Ryan Day on their coaching staff because, I'm guessing, I don't know. Kerry Combs was here when Ryan Day was here, right?
Yeah.
And then Ryan Day said, sorry, you're not a great defensive coordinator. You got to go. And he did. And now he's over at Michigan. So they can all sit around and talk about how much they hate Ryan Day together. That'll be a lot of fun for all of them. But they announced this maybe 30 minutes before the kickoff of the Big Ten championship game, which I thought was just a nice little petty Michigan move there to try to say, oh, yeah, here's the Ohio State guy. Like as if anyone at Ohio State even cares. It's like, great, let Kerry Combs go up to Michigan. I don't care. Have fun with your special teams, I guess.
I mean, it's what I didn't like was the post of him with like he just been this proud Wolverine fan. I didn't like that part.
It's very weird.
He shows a picture of him in 97, talk about, I never thought I'd be coaching in the big house all of that. And it's like,
okay. Hey, man, this is the job. This is college
Coach
football.
Combs. Like, I love you, Coach Combs. He texted me for Thanksgiving. So
that's nice of him.
Yeah, it was nice of him. But I don't root for him in the last week of the season.
I can't blame you there.
I wish him success. But not the last one.
He also coached in the big house plenty of times and got plenty of wins, but no thanks to his defenses. So I don't know what the big deal is about him coaching in Michigan.
He was a great corners coach.
Yeah, okay. There you go. I mean, you obviously got to probably experience a little bit more of his coaching than the average person. What do you think he's going to do for their special teams? It's special teams he's fixing, right? They just fired their special teams head coach, so I assume that's the move they're making.
I think he says. Yeah. I think his title says special teams.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But he's a fiery guy. I mean, he's going to make people truly see the importance of special teams, and that's all you can really ask for out of your special teams coordinators, to get these guys to take that seriously and try to spark a play, and hopefully he can come up with some schemes and stuff to make them more successful, which he did take very seriously when he played here. So yeah, that's a nice role for him.
Do you think he would have been able to help Jaden Fielding?
Well, I don't think he,
or could only God help him.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like I said, I don't put it. I know some people are putting it on Jaden Fielding, and yes, if he'd have kicked that field goal, it would have tied the game. But
27-yarder.
Yes, he should have made it 100%. The problem is that you had an offense that's built all of Ryan Day's tenure that basically said, F them kickers, we don't care. We go for it on fourth down. This is who we are. We're bold. We're not scared. We're not worried. And then whenever it gets to be a big game, like against Michigan in the past and certainly against Indiana, where it's a big game with a physical defensive front, suddenly we're scared. And I don't like that. And I don't think that's the attitude we should have as Ohio State.
There's people in their car with a soccer background saying, I could kick a 27-yarder right now.
Hell yeah, have them try out. Let's go.
Listen.
They got a dude from Ball State who they literally got in the portal last year from Centerville who kicks 50-yarders in his sleep. Why is that guy not in
yips? He got the yips.
Is that right?
He got the big. He got the big game yips.
I didn't think it was possible to hook a 27-yarder. I didn't know.
Wow.
I didn't know you could do that.
In those situations, you got the yips.
It sounds like Dylan is begging to go out to a soccer field or like to a football field and try a 27-yarder and see if he can kick it.
He gonna miss it. He gonna be like, it's harder than I thought it was.
I'm not doing it now because it's cold, but maybe when it gets warm, we'll take Dylan out there and
I'm not on scholarship to kick field goals.
Nah,
give yourself a month of kicking field goals, and you may just find you've got some eligibility left. You never know. All right, so the Buckeyes obviously didn't go their way in the Big Ten championship game. We will talk about what went wrong next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Monday morning to you. Seeing some major backups after a crash just cleared up on our south side, really, as you're heading towards the city. So it's happening on 71. It's that northbound direction just passing Green Lawn Avenue out there. The right shoulder now blocked, but about 30 minutes ago, we had a center lane blocked. As for travel times, looking at 16 miles per hour in the teens out there. I don't like to see it. So as for that detour, take 71 northbound instead to Frank Road eastbound. Will save you a lot of time. From there, take 23 northbound all the way towards the city. And from there, take 70 eastbound or westbound, depending on where you're going this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars.
Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Hey, guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT. The test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $150 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$150 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and today marks exactly 1 year since my very first weigh-in with Awaken 180. And yeah, I started a weight loss program in December. Most people wait. I figured, why not put it to the test? If I can do this through the holidays, then there's no party, no trip, no tailgate that's ever going to throw me off again. And you know what? I wasn't wrong. Week 1, I dropped 12 pounds. By New Year's, I was already down 30, on my way to dropping over 80 pounds. And 15 of it actually came in free maintenance. Awaken 180 changed my mindset, changed my outlook, and it has changed my life. It wasn't about waiting for the perfect time. It was about starting with a program that won't let you fail. Consultations are still available here in December. Get yours on the calendar today. Do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You can give them a call at 844-346-1800. Again, that's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, awaken180weightloss.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly cloudy skies are expected here for today, but it will be a colder day with highs only into the upper 20s to around 30 here this afternoon. Winds will be fairly light at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then as we head into tomorrow, we are tracking more cloud cover across the area, but it will be a warmer day with highs into the upper 30s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
What's the point of watching football all weekend if you can't overanalyze it?
Reaction Monday is sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
It's a bad personality quirk of mine among my many. One of them is that when something goes wrong with my team, I'm instantly thinking of other things in my life that are wrong too. Like if you're sitting around your house, maybe after a certain team lost over the weekend and you're mad, and then maybe you're going, God, it is cold in here. You're sitting by the windows and you notice, oh no, cold air's coming in. Hey, it's time to replace your windows. Maybe that's what you've realized. Maybe that's something that you can fix. You can't maybe change the outcome of your favorite team winning or losing, but you can fix those cold, drafty windows in your house. Well, now's a good time to do it. Window Nation's end-of-year sale is here for you. 50% off all window styles from Window Nation. That is 50%, not 15, 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0% interest financing for 5 years. And if it's those builder-grade windows, those are obviously going to not keep the warm air in. They're going to let that cold air come through, make your house cooler than it should be in the winter. And if you have old drafty windows, you know those aren't getting the job done. Either way, Window Nation has better replacements for you, and they come backed by their warranty. They come backed with one of the best Better Business Bureau ratings in the business and a 50-point inspection of every window before it leaves their factory. So get into that sale today. Find out more about it. 50% off all window styles from Window Nation right now. Set up your free estimate at windownation.com. That's where you go to get all the info you need and to find out about the 0% financing for 5 years. Again, windownation.com. Get it scheduled today.
LW in the chat is at you.
What is his deal? What did he say?
He wants you to kick a field goal, a 27-yard field goal where he'll donate $5,000 to any charity that you want. And the reason is that he says that you are a Jaden hater and he wants you to be embarrassed. Jay is his guy.
Hang on. First of all, I said I don't blame him for the loss. Dylan said he blames him for the loss. Secondly, I said the fact that Ryan Day trusts him when he is Mr. Go For It on fourth down doesn't make sense to me. I guess the only thing I did say, that's fair. I did mention, who's the other guy they have? Dave Coulier or whatever his name is, the backup that's from Ball State. Isn't it? What's that guy's name? Look him up. Who's the other kicker we have?
We got another kicker?
Yeah, it's Dave Coulier. It's Cut It Out from Full House.
We walk around with two kickers on.
Yeah, but that guy lost the kicking battle in the summer. He transferred him from Ball State. He's from Centerville. I can't remember his name. But I just mentioned maybe bring that dude on. See what he can do. There you go, Dave Coulier, my guy. Great. Love him. Anyway, I just said give that guy a shot. If you're missing 27-yard field goals, that should be something to think about. But again, I don't blame the kicker for the loss. I blame the fact that the play calling was suspect. They've been doing this weird thing all season long where they decide, hey, let's run out 4 tight ends when we get in the red zone. And I don't know why you want to take any plays that take Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith off the field. Make no sense to me. No matter the down and distance, Tyvis, I'm not a fan of that. I don't think you are either.
Like I said, you got a Heisman quarterback, and you're in a situation where you have to have it. I think that you should put the ball in his hands. And again, it's one of those situations where no matter what you do, you're going to be seen. If it doesn't work, it's going to be the wrong decision. The fans are going to look at it the wrong. You give the ball to Julian Sain on 4th and 1 and he doesn't get it, we should have kicked the field goal. You kick a field goal and you miss it, you should have gave the ball to Julian Sain. So it's one of those petty situations that it's like, just whatever you do, you got to make sure it works.
Okay, but let me push back on that. If you are a team that routinely says, we go for it on 4th downs, we are not afraid on 4th downs, if it's 4th and inside the 5.
Maybe they wasn't winning the trench play battle, so it discouraged him.
So what I'm saying is that's an admission that he didn't believe in what's going on. And like we've been talking about, the offensive line play, it's been good enough to beat UCLA and Rutgers and all that. Pass protection has been largely okay. How'd pass protection look this weekend, by the way? Julian Sain, I think it's the first time he's really felt the heat all year long. And at parts of that game, he responded well. I think he handled himself pretty well. But again, he's a redshirt freshman who's played a lot of football this year, but hasn't seen a lot of a pass rush like Indiana brought. They attacked the right side of this offensive line, and they got a lot of pressure to him. They made his day. I think at some point he started seeing ghosts back there. Like he started feeling pressure that wasn't there. He started getting out of his rhythm a little bit. It definitely disrupted him. So I think that is an issue that also has to be corrected, right? You've got to fix your pass protection. You got to be able to get a better push from your offensive line because every team you're playing in the college football playoffs has a defensive line that's up there with what Indiana brought. Maybe not quite as good, but whether if it's Miami, Texas A&M, whoever you play next, one of those two schools, they both have good defensive lines.
I just can't believe we have a O-line problem like that.
But you've seen it.
But
we've watched it.
You said it like that's fine. Like no, like
I don't think it's fine.
Back when I was back, they took pride in that offensive line. Like you don't win without a strong offensive line. I'm concerned, but I think they can figure it out. I'm concerned.
Do you think I take any joy in bringing up the fact that the offensive line play is not good? Do you remember who you are talking to? We've been there. We've been yelling about it. We're not happy.
All Indiana did was do what OSU defense been doing to everybody all season. Cause confusion.
They absolutely did.
And I figured since we got the master manipulator as a DC, when you go good on good, you should know how to decipher, okay, this is going to happen. This is like...
But would you acknowledge, do you think Julian Sayin looked completely comfortable back there? I don't.
No, he looked low. He looked like he was confused.
Yeah. I think
it was like, wow, this is like karma coming to get us.
Karma? How is it karma?
Our defense been doing it to all these other quarterbacks all year and all these offensive lines all year that somebody did it to us, and it was like, oh, wow, we struggle with it too.
But, I want to be clear. I'm not making an excuse even for Julian Sayin, as good of a quarterback as I think he is, and I think he has a lot of, obviously, I think he's very talented, and he is, he's obviously been great this year. Fernando Mendoza won the Heisman Saturday, at least in my mind he did, because that guy took a shot right at the start of the game.
Yes, he did.
If anyone should have been back there panicked, thinking he was feeling pressure when he wasn't. I mean, he was under duress too all game. But down the stretch when they needed big throws, he made them. And he was putting the ball in spots for his receivers to go make plays. And I will say that I think he definitely outplayed Julian Sayin in this game.
He solidified the Heisman, and he solidified him being the quarterback one in this upcoming draft.
Sure. I don't know if
there's no better test to know, like, as far as the only test you're gonna get is what you see on tape. Well, he just went up against a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator who has all NFL talent on there. A couple of guys he got like 3 guys that's projected to go first round, and Caleb, Arvell, and Sonny, and probably Caden McDonald. So it might be 4. 4 guys projected to be first-round picks, and yet he still had a solid game, and he stood in there and made the plays where he needed to make them the most.
This might be labeled an excuse, but I feel like part of the reason why Mendoza had so much time to throw, Kenyatta Jackson, man, can he get a holding call?
Well, you know what?
And especially that one on the third down where he got held up top and then tackled down low. That was a key third down that helped Indiana convert when it should have been 3rd and long and Ohio State getting the ball back. Like Kenyatta, I know it went both ways, but I felt like Kenyatta was getting held almost on every play and he didn't get any calls.
Well, and I don't even need him to get, I think didn't they get one? It feels like there was one holding call that Ohio State got.
That one on the third down is my biggest gripe.
No. To your point, that one of Kenyatta Jackson, where you literally have a guy on his waist tackling him like a running back, and then you have another guy with his arm around his neck like it's a UFC fight, and he's trying to choke him out in a rear naked chokehold. That is one where I do feel the referees, and there were 2 of them standing right there looking at it, and they just said, let him play. That is one that felt egregious. However, we have been on the show now for 2 hours and 26 minutes of a 3-hour show. I want to point out that if you're just joining us and saying, oh, here you go, a bunch of Ohio State homers, have we brought up anything about the holding call?
That was the first time.
That's the first reference that's happened. And
we don't get holding calls. I think they said this was the first one in 2 years, and then before that, it took like 9 years or something like that.
Right.
So we just do not get holding calls as a defensive line or a blitzing backer. Like, that's just not going to happen.
But I don't think anybody here is making excuses.
No, ain't nobody said nothing about that.
No, exactly right.
Dylan did.
The two main issues for me, the number one issue, the biggest issue is the red zone offense. And then 1A to that is that this offense has not shown that it's adapted well to going tempo in pressure situations, which they had to do in this game, and they could not do. I don't know if it's play calling, I don't know what that is, but how do you not pick up the pace a little bit towards the end of the half and the end of that game when You don't have the lead, and they're just out there like screwing around, like letting time bleed off the clock. I understand you don't want to leave time for Indiana, but your defense is giving up essentially 10 points. The field goal that they gave up was because they had a short field on an interception. But other than that, like, your defense has been fine all game. I would have rather run an offense that would allow you to score, throw a bomb to Jeremiah Smith, throw whatever you got to do. And if that leaves time on the clock for Indiana, great. I trust my defense. I need to get the lead instead of going, well, if we get it down to 30 seconds, then we can kick a field goal and tie. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go down and get the lead. However that looks. If it's quick, if it's tempo, then do it. They didn't seem like they could because they haven't had to do it all year.
Yeah. When you think about the talent, just listen to how that sounds. You think about what you have on this roster. You can't do that.
You know what? They got a month to figure, or 3 weeks to figure it out. 3.5 weeks. Better go. I hope we're repping that in practice. I hope we're getting a lot of tempo in practice because that's what they need. We'll come back. More Buckeye talk. I guess I don't know what else to talk about. You want to talk about the Steelers saying that Mike Tomlin may not be back? I guess we could get into that.
We could talk about wrist up.
No, it's we could talk about that. We're going to talk Buckeyes.
Yeah, let's talk Buckeyes.
More Buckeyes. And you know what? We'll look at the pathway to the national championship. What does that look like for Ohio State? We'll discuss in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still closely monitoring a crash way over on our west side. We're talking just north of London. That incident happening on 70 eastbound, just passing State Route 56. So do expect some lane closures out there as well as some slowdowns, clocking you in at 34 miles per hour. And hey, speaking of slowdowns, staying over on the west side, once you're passing 70 and 270, really 70 eastbound by Wilson Road, noticing some slower drive times out there. Folks, take it nice and slow. A lot of people are heading out the door right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
Toyotathon is on at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. With inventory on the lot and fresh inventory rolling in daily, now is the time to treat yourself before the holidays. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com for Toyotathon specials or visit our festive showroom on the corner of Sawmill and 161 in Dublin. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Think Toyota. Think Tansky. Think Tansky. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We want to wish the community, our clients, and our team a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We're incredibly thankful to serve such a great community with such an amazing team. It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for being you, and when you need us,
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, man. You got one life to live. Stop sitting there saying, someday I will get to that. I'll find out how I don't have all this energy that I used to have. I'll figure out what's going on with me. But I don't have time right now. I'm busy. I got a lot to do. Columbus Men's Clinic is here to help you out, right? Because if you're dealing with low testosterone, that is taking away from you enjoying your life to its fullest. And you can get that fixed by going to the Columbus Men's Clinic right now. The way to do it is to call them up, 614-300-7400, or book online. 30 seconds is all it takes you when you go to columbusmensclinic.com. See, I feel like when I've been procrastinating on something, I have to get it done quickly. And then once the appointment's set and it's on my calendar, well, now I got to go. So if you've been putting it off, this is the best time right now. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com, 30 seconds to get your appointment set up. What they're going to do is hook you up with a medical professional who will walk you through all the different treatments they have. I went for that appointment. It was great. We talked about all the different options out there. And the good news is If you've got a budget that maybe you need a little bit of help there, they've got options for you. If you've got a situation where you're saying, I've tried other things and they haven't worked, Columbus Men's Clinic has a way to find something that will work for both your body and your budget. So ColumbusMen'sClinic.com, 30 seconds away. Get that all set up, get it on your calendar, and go see the medical professionals there to get it fixed. Your low testosterone does not have to hold you back anymore. ColumbusMen'sClinic.com.
When you look at the Buckeyes' road to getting back to the national title game, would you say that Georgia is is Georgia? Do you fear Georgia more or Indiana?
I mean, Indiana, I feel like it's really tough to beat a team twice, is the cliche that we've all been saying. But would you, honestly, winning last Saturday would have been great. I'm not trying to spin this in a positive way. But if there's an OSU-Indiana rematch, do you want to be the team that's already won it? Or do you want to be the team that's like, oh, no, we have extra motivation because we lost?
Personally, which one would I want?
Well, yeah.
The team that already won it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to win it again. I don't want to lose.
Okay.
I don't ever want to lose.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, I mean, okay,
I don't
that's
ever
fair.
want to lose. I grew up in the urban era where we just losing just was very, very frowned upon around these parts.
I agree.
So I don't want to lose.
I feel like this team I'll tell you what's best for a Ryan Day-led team, in a way. Not again, you don't do this on purpose at all. But it feels like this team only learns from the losses. It feels like sometimes they kick fully into gear after a loss. And that's not ideal,
that's what
but that
we're
does seem
hoping for.
Well, it happened last year, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're hoping for a repeat of what happened last year, because this game, the results and the way it played out was very similar to what we seen last year. And all we can go off of is the way that they responded. And we need this group of guys to respond that same way. You know, we need those seniors and those leaders to truly get those young guys to buy in, to really get it done. So that's the thing is, they've seen it before. They just lived it.
Yeah,
so
right.
They got to do that same thing, whatever that sacrifice or dedication or whatever they did to get everybody to go to play on another level every Saturday or every game day. That's what's going to be required when you look at the rest of this schedule or the rest of this year.
Difference from this year to last year, obviously twofold. One, you beat Michigan, but also you don't have the home site playoff game. You are just automatically into the next round.
You got to wait. You got to sit around for some time.
Which they haven't had to do before. So that's a new experience for some of these players, even the ones who were here last year. Now they get to deal with the team that comes off the big emotional victory, whoever it is, if it's Texas A&M or Miami. That will not be an easy game.
Last year, wasn't it that every team that got the bye lost?
I'd have to go back and double check that, but I feel like that's mostly correct.
Because it was Ohio State, Boise. No, not Ohio State. It was Oregon, Boise, Georgia, and Clemson.
I'm pulling it up right now. Just double check it. Because you may be right.
It wasn't
on that.
Clemson.
Clemson won the ACC.
Hang on.
Oh, no, they just got in. Who was the
Texas beat Arizona State. That was a 5 over a 4, so you're right there. Ohio State obviously beat Oregon. Penn State was the 6. They beat Boise State, which was the 3, and Notre Dame beat Georgia, which was 7 versus 2. Notre
Who
Dame
were the
was
top 4 seeds? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, Georgia, Boise State, Oregon, and Arizona State were the top 4
State's
seeds.
who we're forgetting.
Yeah,
They all lost. They all lost. You're right.
Well, I don't think that will be the case this year.
So.
I think that was just a one-off.
No, but I'll tell you, like the road for Ohio State, and we can get into all the other matchups, and we will throughout the next week.
Do you want to see the U versus OSU again?
Oh, God, I would love that.
We played them when Tress was here. Like, what was that, 2007 or?
Oh, you mean like in an early season game?
They played again, yes. And I'm pretty sure the game was here.
Did we win?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I feel like we lost.
I have completely memory hold that game, so I have to go back and I've totally forgotten that game. But what I will say is this: Miami versus Texas A&M. I'm rooting for Miami because I do think either way, like Ohio State, it's a favorable matchup for Ohio State.
2011, we lost.
Really?
24-6.
We did? This is why I don't remember this game.
Well, we was there. We was in Miami.
I totally forgot about this.
And we lost that game.
Well, good thing they're not playing that game.
That was Braxton's freshman year. Joe Bowserman went 2 for 14.
Was this a Fickle Bowserman special?
Yes,
yeah, that's that is 100% why I do not remember that game. Man, that sucks. I feel bad for Joe Bauserman. I do. Like now, can you imagine you just like at a restaurant, someone's like, hey, there's a former Ohio State quarterback over there. And someone walks up and like, you're a quarterback? It's like, yes, I am. What's your name? Not important. Listen, I played quarterback at Ohio State. That's all you need to know.
By the way, they did a home and home in 2010 and 2011.
Yeah, we won.
Ohio State won in 2010. 2011 has been wiped from my brain like Men in Black style. So that's why I didn't remember it.
Well, on this one, the matchup that they have, like between Miami and Texas A&M, I feel like both teams will be a decent matchup for Ohio State, but I do think if Ohio State's offensive line can hold up, that to me will be the key to the game. What I would say is just in general, I am rooting for Miami to beat Texas A&M. I am rooting for Tulane to beat Ole Miss, though I don't think that's going to happen. I don't care who wins Alabama, Oklahoma, because it's SEC.
To lose.
I want them all to lose. So I'm rooting for all those things to happen. Yes, 100%. So I would rather see Miami than Texas A&M just for that. And because I don't want Texas A&M and their fans to travel because it's that
was going to be my question.
It's in Dallas. It's going to be the Cotton Bowl is where the next game will be played. Ohio State will play whoever at the Cotton Bowl. I'd rather not have Texas A&M fans trying to overload that stadium.
It's about a 3-hour trip for them. Do you guys have any gripe that Ohio State is the 2 seed and they're potentially going to have to play a Texas team in Texas for their first game?
Buckeyes have no one to blame but themselves for that.
They had to play Texas in Texas last year.
Yeah, people made a big deal about that. They just overcame it, but it doesn't mean it was.
Remember, it snowed and shut the city down.
Texas was. What was Texas seeded last year? They were seeded higher than Ohio State.
They were we went through it. They were the 5 seed.
So that made sense there. I don't care, but I'm seeing a lot of people gripe about, it's not fair that Texas or Ohio State could possibly play Texas A&M in Texas when they're supposed to be the higher seeded team in that game.
Here are the options, right? If it wasn't going to be at the Cotton Bowl, it would have been at the Orange Bowl, which is literally Miami's home field. So they put Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl because there's a chance that even if Texas A&M goes, it's not a actual home game for them, which is good. I like that logic. But either way, I would prefer not to have Texas A&M fans travel. Doesn't matter. Bring your stupid dog and your guys with their yell leaders and all that. We'll still beat your ass. I'm just saying, in general, I feel very confident about this matchup between Miami and Texas A&M, assuming Ryan Day holds up in a bunker like he did last year, gets Mitchell Melton to yell at him, and then they actually run the offense they should and not put 4 tight ends on the field for the majority of their red zone plays. That's what needs to be fixed, and hopefully it will be. But, yeah, after that...
Well, we don't have Mitchell Melton to yell at. Who on this Buckeye team?
He just finished his season. Get him back here. GA, let's go.
Who do you think on this Buckeye team is crazy enough or ballsy enough to call Ryan Day out? They say that they had a meeting again, and who you think would be the guy that be like, you know what, Coach? This is baloney. That game plan you put together, baloney.
I feel like if he'd had a better game against Indiana, Jermaine Matthews Jr. I would want to hear what he had to say. But Ryan Day's going to look at him and be like, you want to cut the tape on and look at this? I don't know if you got room to talk right now. Yeah, but I think
now, you know who it'll be? IGB.
Oh, yeah. Davis Igbinosun is the guy, 100%.
He comes off as the guy that
he
could say it and Ryan Day would respect it.
He was there last year. I wonder if he did it last year, too, and then he just goes in this year and is like, hey, remember what we talked about last year?
There's got to be a senior that got nothing to lose. Mitchell Melton had nothing to lose.
Well, he had something to lose. He transferred.
Great speech, Milton. Now get out of here.
The buzzer's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, if you live over on the west side, a good heads up here. We are still closely monitoring a crash over on that west side. It's 70 eastbound, just passing State Route 56, really over by London. So expect some lane closure still this morning, slightly noticing some delays as well. And hey, speaking of slowdowns, noticing them really building up over on the north side. We're talking Powell and Worthington, even Westerville, parts of that, especially on 270 eastbound. We're talking 270 eastbound, heading towards 315, even 270 by that 70 intersection. Pretty slow moving out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, Go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven. I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Instant classics are exciting, but true legends have impact over time, like how Plant Moran has been counted on by companies and clients for the past 100 years. Counted on for advice by the workwear brand You Zip Up Every Day, counted on for guidance by the zoos and aquariums inspiring the next generation, counted on for a holistic approach to those growing, protecting, and sharing their wealth. From accounting to tax to consulting to wealth management, we're built year after year on the stories and success we help others achieve. Here's to the next 100 years of Plant Moran. Count on us.
El Dorado Scioto Downs is your Caesars Rewards destination. And big news, Scioto Downs has been chosen to host the prestigious Breeders' Crown in 2026, featuring 12 championship races. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. Visit Caesars.com/Scioto Downs for details.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week. But not OJ, because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
Your balls!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
Now joining us, one of the triumvirates of Bishop and Friends, he is Eric Reeser.
Gentlemen,
good morning.
Surprise.
Yeah, usually
I'm not Ryan Baker.
Usually Ryan Baker joins us on Mondays, but Baker's
he's dead.
Well, he's he's here.
He
but
sounds dead.
His voice is very, he's dealing with some...
It's raspy.
He did radio in Canton all weekend in the cold.
Yeah, well, that might has
kept
something to
the
do with
window
it.
open.
He was calling all the high school championship games.
Mm-hmm. Reeser, have you ever heard a more passionate victory speech than the one Fernando Mendoza gave?
Man, he sounds like the Red Power Ranger.
It'd be hilarious if I wasn't mad.
No, that's good. That's good. That's very good.
If I wasn't just not thrilled at that game Saturday night, I'd be like, you know what? That's great.
No. All respect to him for like as talented as he is, but to your point, every interview he'd given prior to that speech, where he's actually like on the field, he did sound more like a human. But every time I've heard him speak prior to that, it sounded like he had memorized an entire speech. Because every time they would do these interviews where they're talking to him, it would be like, yes, the coaches here are great, and they gave me a chance to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's fine. Maybe some people get nervous around the media, but he seemed very, like, I don't want to say rehearsed, but he seemed kind of like he had a pre-planned idea of what he was going to say. That was a human moment for him on Saturday night. As much as I didn't want to see it, I would have rather never have seen that speech and rather the Buckeyes won, but that's how the game went. And he had a great game.
You know what? Conference championships are dead to me. They need to be.
I mean, tell that to Fernando Mendoza.
I have completely changed course on this. I was always one of saying I don't think that a team should be crowned the champion until they play in a championship game. But the way that the CFP has done their rates, it's meaningless. What's the point?
Let me ask you this.
You think
unless you're BYU.
If Ohio State had won that game, would you be singing that song
That's
today?
exactly a good question.
I don't think you would.
Why wouldn't I?
It sounds like sour grapes when you say that right after your team loses a championship game.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with this. It's actually it's talking about Alabama. That's who I'm really talking about.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is it's not the right time for Buckeye fans to be trumpeting that, because when you lose a championship
they didn't do anything but flip the thing, which is what they was going to do regardless.
That was the right move.
Yeah, it was a 3-point loss to the top two teams. Why would you not? I'm talking about you lose. Not only did you got boat raced in the game and you still make it. Like
Let me ask you this.
That don't make sense to me.
College football governor Tyvis, what would you do in place of that? Because it's just like Kirk Herbstreit and Nick Saban bitching about the Tuesday show.
Yeah.
They're like, they should never have it. It's like, yeah, that's easy for you to say, knowing the company you work for is never getting rid of that Tuesday show.
Exactly right.
So while you say no conference championship games anymore, what would you add in place of it? Because they're not just going to get rid of a football game, especially one that
they're adding another whole round. They're adding 4 more teams in to make it a whole ordeal.
That's in the playoff, though. What's the Big Ten going to do? Because the Big Ten's not getting rid of inventory.
Crown them.
Oh, you just
wait. That's what they're going to have a game. They're going to do They're going to do the
2014 playoff.
The play-in.
They're going to do the 1 and 2 plays, the winner of that, blah blah blah, and then the 3 plays, the 6, and the 4 plays, the 5. Those are qualifying games to get into the CFP.
Can we go back though? Insert Ohio State for Alabama. Let's say Ohio State was out in Alabama's position, and then I told you the playoff was going to come down between Ohio State and Notre Dame. Notre Dame's going to sit at home, but if Ohio State loses to a top 5 team, they miss the playoff. Is that fair? Is that?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think it is.
But it didn't happen.
You lost 3 games.
In this scenario,
no, we can just stay with Alabama. Like we don't have. I can pretend like I'm an Alabama fan.
They do, and we need to stop acting like they some great team. They're not good.
Tyvis, nobody's acting like they're good except for the college football playoff.
Accept it, world. They're not good anymore.
I hope
it's over.
You're singing
Nick
to the choir.
is left.
Everybody agrees
the
with
building.
you. Nobody's disagreeing the point.
Stop putting them in stuff. They not good.
The only point that's good.
I love research just staring off. This is like, Tyvis, whatever you've done. We all agree with you.
Nobody is pushing back at the Alabama good notion.
They do something.
Notre Dame was robbed. It should be Notre Dame in that spot. It's not.
Yeah, that's right.
A solution to your conference championship games don't matter would probably be the play-in things. And then you're just adding more games to an already expanding college football playoff.
I also can't feel bad. I understand the whole argument you just made, Dylan, but like when the team that's getting screwed out of not playing is the team that vociferously refuses to join a conference where they could be in a conference championship game that would allow them to keep playing, they don't get to make that complaint like all these other schools do. They like if you're in the Big Ten and you miss your conference championship game, that's because you sucked. That's or you didn't get the job done or you lost a game you shouldn't have. Literally, Notre Dame is not in a conference championship game by default because they chose that. They didn't. All the rest of these schools didn't. They're just in a conference. Notre Dame chose not to be in a conference, so you don't have a data point that is entirely fixable if you join the ACC or the Big Ten or whatever school, whatever conference you want to join. Then I'd have more sympathy for them. They chose not to join, so they don't. To me, that's an argument I don't want to hear from them personally.
Alabama finished first place in the ACC in the regular season. You're telling me that the committee is going to SEC. They're going to leave that team out? I don't know why people thought that was going to be a thing.
Well, they should have.
They strung Notre Dame along.
They wonder why everybody keeps saying that it's SEC bias because of stuff like that.
To quote Michael Scott,
it's not the fact that they lost the game. They got boat raced in the game. Like, that's the problem. Like, if it was if they lost 3 points to a top 5 team, I wouldn't say anything. They got boat raced to it like that. Why would you? You're not a top 12 team.
We're just going to be in circles because I'm going to continue to say you can't. The teams that didn't play shouldn't benefit from that.
Well, to quote Michael Scott, I want to leave them.
That's a lie.
I'm firing them for cause because I hate them.
That's a lie.
That's why I'm getting them out.
I watch the NFL teams benefit on bye weeks all the time.
Because they earn them.
Okay.
No.
Guys.
Everybody wants Alabama out of the playoff. But everybody understands why Alabama made the playoff.
I just want to remind...
We're all just like rowing in different directions, but we're all in the same boat.
Tyvis and Dylan.
Like the boat's spinning around in circles.
We had 3 hours to have this argument. Don't take away from Bishop and Fred's time to have their argument.
I don't know if we're going to have that argument for 3 hours. A lot of what we do today will center on what happened in Indianapolis, and then how does Ohio State move forward? For the 3rd straight year, the Buckeyes are in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Austin Ward's going to join us.
Bit of variety. That's a roller coaster of Cotton Bowls, isn't it?
And there's a chance, based off of what happened, you might see Lincoln Key Knowles a lot more in this Cotton Bowl.
You never know.
Like you saw in the first Cotton Bowl.
You never know.
Bill Bender of the Sporting News will join us at 11:30. I would try to make some sense of this playoff and the playoff committee and kind of their decisions and where you do go from here. Because if everybody's mad about Alabama, I would just point to you. Ole Miss and Tulane did the damn thing already.
Yeah,
like
I thought they did. I thought they
want to see
right?
this again, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure we do. We'll blitz the Buckeyes at 11 o'clock. I'm one Monday Night Football game away from being 500 on the season.
Oh, so, there you go.
But the Browns are in trouble, and the Bengals are dead. All of that for the next 3 hours on Bishop and Friends.
Perfect. There you go. It's time to hit the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Love it when I intro the intro. It's my favorite thing I do. Adam Schefter had this, and of course we all know it. You saw this with the Colts game yesterday. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, on the shelf for the foreseeable future. He is being put on DVD. Undergoes surgery for his torn Achilles. So Anthony Richardson, if you're saying maybe he can come back. No, he injured himself in warm-ups with a broken orbital bone. He's still out. So Riley Leonard is the only healthy quarterback right
Notre Dame
on the 53-man roster for the Colts. But yeah, their season has gone from great to in a big hurry. More NFL tomorrow. Plenty of college football discussion as well, as you heard. And then Buckeyes all day today. And of course, that's coming up next on Bishop and Friends. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Riley Reed.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, when it comes to the worst slowdowns on this Monday, it's going to be for our friends over on the west side. So, live look at our traffic cams this morning. It's 70 at 270 where it really starts to build that traffic. No crashes in this area. Just a lot more people heading downtown. So, basically, 270 and 70 all the way to 70 and 670 out there. Once again, that's 70 eastbound direction. A lot more people heading out. Just make sure to take your time and arrive to work and school very safely. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it